Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. Fatal NXT PLE of the Universe Mode Series is welcome to the show, folks, and otherwise known as the KO King. And this is WWE 2K23 Universe Mode episode 274, and tonight we come to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada on the final NXT TakeOver event of the series, and it's going to be an action-packed show as always, so let's not waste any further time and get straight into the action. Here we go, folks. Let's get to work. We're one weekend away from WrestleMania Premium Live event, and tonight it's NXT's equivalent of WrestleMania, and we're started us all with the NXT North American Championship 6-man ladder match. And out first it is the Czar, it is the Mad Dragon, and the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion, looking to get more gold in the season finale of NXT here in this series, Ilya Dragunov. Gotta be an awesome one. I kick it off here tonight.
It is for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing the challenger from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, Ilya Dragunov.
Everybody in this matchup won a qualifying matchup too. And their spot in it, apart from, of course, the champion, Austin Theory, who defeated the likes of Dijak, Santos Escobar, this man, Ilya Dragunov, and Matt Riddle, to become NXT North American Champion and to remain it as well. But Ilya able to defeat Karrion Kross in his qualifying match to get here tonight in Vegas, the weekend before WrestleMania, a part of the North American title ladder match, and could be capping off this series, winning his second championship of it. And heading into the next series of 2K26 of the next year, a champion here in the white and gold brand. But if he does lose, he could be called up to the main roster. He has got the talent to be able to do it, as there's a lot of participants in this matchup and on this card, including this man who has appeared in the main roster.
Weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa.
The Samoan Street Champ and the hometown boy, Las Vegas' own Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. We'll mention he's appeared in the main roster. That's right, he has. 3 matches in the main roster, 2 of which on SmackDown, 1 of which on Raw. He has lost all 3, but they have all been to top tier names. Finn Balor, part of the Red Brand before SummerSlam. Seth freaking Rollins most recently on SmackDown, and former WWE Champion as well, Drew McIntyre, have all defeated Solo on the main roster. But he's still here in NXT, looking to seek his first championship in the white and gold brand. He defeated Dijak this past week in NXT to qualify into this North American Championship ladder match. But speaking of Dijak, here comes the man out next, who has had his run-ins with Dijak in this series and had a rivalry with him earlier on in this series. Here's the big Aussie and one of the biggest threats in the matchup, Bronson Reed.
South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Bronson Reed.
It was also this past week on NXT in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, where Bronson Reed put away former NXT champion Keith Lee to qualify into this North American Championship ladder match. Keith Lee, a man who Reed has failed to defeat in the past, with the NXT Championship on the line. Reed has had 2 opportunities at the NXT Championship, but lost. This is his first opportunity at the North American Championship. Can the big Aussie, can the big man, can Ozilla win gold here in this final chance, much like everybody else's final chance here on NXT? It remains to be seen. The field is absolutely stacked here at Stand and Deliver, and here comes the next competitor, the former North American champion himself, the original bro, Matt Riddle.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 218 pounds,
Matt Riddle, the former North American champion, the current champion Austin Theory, defeated in an episode of NXT back in Paris, France, and then defeated him again at Takeover Deadline in Indianapolis before the Royal Rumble PLE, just one night before it. Riddle now tonight looking to win back his North American Championship and looking to become a two-time North American Champion. He won that belt at Takeover Vengeance Day by defeating Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And of course he defeated Logan Paul to qualify into this contest. The man that Riddle has lost to in the past, he got his win back against the Maverick a couple of weeks ago in NXT to qualify and get an opportunity to win back his North American title. But here comes another competitor in this contest. The penultimate competitor, Judgment Day representative, the Punishment, Damian Priest.
And from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
This man has also challenged for the NXT Championship a couple of times against the likes of Carmelo Hayes most recently and Keith Lee as well, both in losing efforts. But he did defeat former North American champion Cesaro to qualify to get here tonight at Stand and Deliver. We've mentioned all the names that lost their qualifying matches. They will still be appearing in the Battle Royal or the Rumble matchup later on tonight to see who will face the NXT champion next weekend at WrestleMania for the NXT title, as the NXT championship will be showcased on the grandest stage of them all next weekend in Vegas. But it's tonight, it's this weekend in Vegas, with the coveted North American titles on the line, as Austin Theory's got his work cut out for him, as he is defending against 5 of top tier talent here in the white and gold brand. Priest out, Riddle out, Dragunov out, Solo out, Bronson Reed out. Here comes the final competitor in this contest, A-Town Down himself and the current NXT North American Champion, Austin Theory. Let's see if he can somehow get the win.
Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Austin Theory.
Austin Theory was in the final upper main event of NXT of the weekly show this past week, losing to fellow champion Carmelo Hayes in what was a hell of a champion versus champion contest. Melo with a win on that night. Theory looking to get the win tonight. Of course, the championship not around his waist is suspended above the ring in this ladder match. Who's going to be the man that claim the gold? You can't even see Theory because of the ladder. There you see the title up above the ring. 6 top tier talents. You gotta imagine at least one of these individuals may be called up to the main roster next series when 2K26 starts going down. Theory could very much be one of them if he is not victorious in this contest. Who will be victorious? North American title on the line. Matchup is now officially underway, and here we go. Gonna keep my eyes on this all the way round. It's Reed and Dragunov going at it on the inside of the ring. Austin Theory and Matt Riddle, a former champion and the champ, going at it. And Solo and Priest going at it as well. As Boston Reed on the inside, elbow drop. There is Riddle and Theory back at it on the outside here. Solo Sikoa, big knees, barraging on Damian Priest. There's Dragunov close on the inside on Damian Priest. Riddle with Theory up here. Look at Riddle. Oh God, face first of the barricade goes Theory. My goodness. And Amelia Dragunov, Irish whipping on the corner goes Bronson Reed battling back. Gonna keep my eyes on this. Gonna try not miss any action here, but I mean, if I do miss anything, who can blame me? Action, personify action is everywhere. You look to your left, you see absolute chaos. You look to your right, It is carnage. You look in the ring. What the fuck is going on? It's Takeover, Stand and Deliver in Las Vegas. And look at this powerbomb by Theory on the outside of Matt Riddle. And now Bronson Reed going out. Looking to maybe get a ladder. Here is the champion Austin Theory going in to meet Dragunov. Damian Priest with a ladder. Heading Sikoa. And now Damian Priest with the first ladder sent into the matchup. As he comes in and back out. Austin Theory, body slam neck first to Dragunov off the ladder as Reed comes in with the ladder and Riddle as well. 3 ladders just like that. Set into the ring as Damian Priest takes the fight to Riddle on the outside. Champion Theory going to turn Sikoa around to the inside and taking him down. Bronson Reed now with the ladder, setting it up in the ring. Don't know if that's where you need it, Bronson. But now Reed picking up Dragunov and a suplex as the ladder now going to collapse. As 3 ladders are in the ring. Maybe a little bit too overcrowded as Dragunov rolls to the outside. Austin Theory wants a piece of big Bronson Reed. Here's the champion DDTs him on the outside, or on the inside rather. As Riddle takes the fight to Damian Priest and now comes back in. Here comes the Mad Dragon. Oh yeah, Dragunov massive boot of the former champion Riddle. And there's a shot to the current champion Austin Theory and a shot to Sikoa. It's Damian Priest now with another ladder. This time bridging it between the barricade and the ring apron. As Theory picks up Dragunov and look at that fisherman brain buster now. Bronson Reed now picking up Solo and hangs him out to dry in the top row. And it's carnage already. The matchup just begun. Look at Austin Theory with a DDT in the inside of Bronson Reed and Dragunov for the big kick and a senton on the champion Theory. Sikoa big clubbering shoulders Riddle and Priest who battle on the outside. Riddle seemingly getting the upper hand of the Archer of Infamy. He's got a steel chair, not going to use it though. With Dragunov trying to send Bronson on the outside, send him on that ladder perhaps. But the big man not going over the top. It's Dragunov again, got him against the ropes here. What's your Dragunov thinking here? Matt Dragon again went for another clothesline, couldn't get it. It's Riddle and Priest once more. Keep colliding on the outside. Theory got Dragunov up, perhaps thinking 8-town down. His Priest just launching Riddle on the outside. As here we have Dragunov now. Gonna send the champion to the ladder. Oh, the ladder, Priest set up. And then look at here, Dragunov. Top rope. Oh my god, no, salt through the ladder of Theory. Holy hell, matchup just begun. And already the champion getting wiped out. Here we are, Dragunov throwing caution to the winner. He could have took himself out, but here we are. Somehow comes back in. The man has said time and time again, he is not intense. He is the definition of intensity. As Damian Priest lays out Bronson Reed with an elevated flatliner. Matt Riddle and Priest going on it. As Damian Priest going to send Riddle to the outside up and over. As look at Austin Theory setting up another ladder bridge. He just went through one. He's setting up another. Better hope he don't go through it again. Goes under the ladder, this Theory. The champ might get bad luck from that. Going under that ladder is Solo going to lay out Dragunov against the ropes. As Bronson Reed wants a piece of the knife edge chop. And now Damian Priest going right back at it with Bronson Reed. Those two men, Priest and Reed, met in the finals of the first ever NXT Men's Gold Rush tournament with Reed being the inaugural winner of that event. Let's look at Solo Sikoa going to set out Ilya Dragunov on the ladder. Dragunov put Theory through the last one. And now Solo's going to put Dragunov through this one with a big splash through the ladder. Absolute chaos to get it started tonight. It stands and deliver as Priest and Reed go at it in the ring right now. Austin Theory now grabbing Solo Sikoa. And a powerbomb on the outside of the ring. And Reed with a powerbomb on the inside of Damian Priest. Next, first off the other ladder goes Damian. Unbelievable. Look at Riddle and Theory going at it. Riddle looking wanting his revenge on Austin Theory since what happened in Paris, France with the North American title and at Deadline as well. Dragging over the ladder. Hitting Solo with it. Damian Priest going after Bronson Reed. My goodness. And look at this from Ilya Dragunov just hitting it each and anyone he can with that ladder as Damian Priest going to take it from him as Riddle and Theory keep colliding on the outside. Damian Priest got the ladder, hit Dragunov with it, and sets it up perfectly in the center of the ring. Damian Priest, the first man to climb the ladder and get his hands on the North American Championship. Can Priest take it down? Well, we have a new champion to get it started tonight in Las Vegas, Nevada. Bronson Reed gonna push the ladder down. Electric chair. Priest falls to the mat. My goodness. Oh, what a massive boot though by Ilya Dragunov, who comes back in, taking care of big Bronson Reed now. And a massive shot of Austin Theory. And then look at Dragunov for the powerbomb. And big Bronson Reed, that incredible strength. by the Czar, the former Cruiserweight Champion Ilya Dragunov. But Bronson Reed, Damian Priest and Solo Sikoa have yet to win championships here in this series. Dragunov, Theory and Riddle all have. It's incredibly tandem offense from Theory and Riddle there. But in Theory, gonna send Riddle right back to the outside as Damian Priest and Austin Theory, the two men that are really impressing me in this matchup thus far. Same with Ilya Dragunov. He is absolute intensity. He already put Austin Theory through a ladder. He's already been through a ladder as well as Bronson Reed comes back into the ring. And now look at this. Solo Sikoa going to send Damian Priest into the corner. Ilya Dragunov and Bronson Reed going at it. Solo went for a spike, it looked like there. And Ilya Dragunov, a torpedo mask out of Solo Sikoa. Torpedo mask out there by Dragunov. As another ladder bridge has been set up by Matt Riddle. On the outside of the ring is Damian Priest colliding now. And a Riddle sent into the ladder bridge by the champion Austin Theory. Bronson Reed now in the ring with Damian Priest battling back and forth tonight as Bronson Reed going to send him out of the corner. And a massive splash there by Reed. But here comes the Mad Dragon. Ilya Dragunov back at it with Bronson Reed. Reed now running him with a DDT. Going to crush Dragunov's skull. There's no ladder in the ring right now though. Solo hits the ladder off the head of Matt Riddle on the outside of the ring. And look at Bronson Reed, got Damian Priest going to try and set him on that ladder. Maybe perhaps try and put him through it. But Damian Priest going to counter. And Priest grabbing Bronson Reed. Irish swap and sends him into the corner as Dragunov. Going at it with Damian Priest, the man who has defeated in the past, rather, I should say. Dragunov has defeated Damian Priest before. Could do it again, as well as all these other competitors. Dragunov going to put another man through the ladder, and Damian Priest goes through it. Incredible offense there with the moonsault by Dragunov. Second participant put through the ladder by Ilya. It's Theory with a roll through drop kick to Bronson Reed. Solo Sikoa taking down Dragunov. And Austin Theory turns his attention to one of the hometown boys. Look at Theory and Riddle with a double DDT. Strange alliance, but didn't last long at all. It's Theory and Riddle, better enemies, going right back at her after each other. But there's Ilya Dragunov wanting a piece again, and now Damian Priest comes in. Look at this, 8 times down by Theory to Riddle. 8 times down. The move that won Austin Theory the title in the first place is Reed with a Samoan drop to Ilya Dragunov. And now Austin Theory sent face first into the top turnbuckle now. By Solo Sikoa. Solo sent outside Damian Priest clothesline. Priest now got the ring to himself. Everybody else is down and out. Not for long though. There's Ilya Dragunov to his feet on the outside. Going at it with Matt Riddle. And now a German suplex on the outside, the far side there. You see Dragunov and Riddle fighting. Now Ilya comes back in. Ladder set up center of the ring by Damian Priest. Austin Theory up for a German landing on his feet. Is Dragunov unbelievable. And a massive knee by Ilya. And now it's Damian Priest climbing the ladder again. Second time Priest is going up there. And Austin Theory going to prevent him from getting the title. And Damian Priest now going to chuck Theory in the center of the ring. Riddle and Solo on the outside want a piece of each other as Bronson Reed is laid out there. It's Damian Priest now. Elevated flatliner to Austin Theory. And now going after the Czar. Priest. Tribute to his all-time favourite Razor Ramon with a Razor's Edge to Dragunov. But it was Bronson Reed going after Damian Priest. Axe driver going to drop him to the top of his head. Unbelievable. Let's look at Solo Sikoa on the outside of the ring. And Matt Riddle going at it. And look at this, the strength of Bronson Reed with a Death Valley driver to the champion Austin Theory. And Ilya Dragunov going after Bronson Reed on the inside. Man, no one even trying to go for the title of this rate. They're all just pummeling the hell out of one another and dragging over the H-bomb out of that corner to Bronson Reed. H-bomb by the Mad Dragon. On to the big Aussie. Priest still grabbing Ilya and planting him down. Who's going to become the North American champion? Will Theory retain? He feels like he has the odds stacked against him. He already has 4 successful defenses of the title. Can tonight be his 5th defense? And what a 5th defense it would be if Theory can hang on to the gold. After all of this, and Austin Theory going to send Bronson Reed to the outside. Now it's Damian Priest, Austin Theory, and Ilya Dragunov, the 3 men who have been impressing me for the most part in this matchup, are in the ring at this given moment. Damian Priest with a South to Heaven of Ilya Dragunov. And now Damian Priest getting laid out by Austin Theory. Solo Sikoa comes in. And Solo now rigging the mat. One of the hometown boys. going after the champion Theory. Samoan drop as Priest and Reed go back at it. Damian Priest, Solo Sikoa going at it. Look at Damian flying in with a massive forearm off the springboard of Sikoa. And then Priest gonna send Reed to the outside. On the U-Pro says out. We are Dragunov now. Top rope, nobody there to fight though. Ilya and Priest, center of the ring going on it. Look at Dragunov and knife edge chops after knife edge chops on the inside and a powerbomb. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Drop and Priest neck first on the ladder. Dragunov, the only man in the ring. Can he set it up and become the new NXT North American Champion? Don't think he has the ladder set up in the right place as Bronson Reed comes out of the ring now. Can Dragunov climb? He's trying to reset up that ladder now as Bronson Reed comes in. Bronson going to take the ladder from him. There's Austin Theory now as well. Damian Priest going after him as Solo and Riddle continue battling on the outside. The two Vegas boys are battling as Bronson's climbing the ladder. Look at Austin Theory here with a cross-legged patella drop brain buster there to Damian Priest, Dragunov and Reed battling on the top of the ladder, but there's Austin Theory going to take down Ilya Dragunov, and look at this from Austin Theory. A taxi out of Ilya Dragunov, but Bronson Reed's at the top of the ladder and a double axe handle of Theory. Holy hell, what a matchup. Bronson Reed, the massive man, dove off the top of the ladder, taking down that champion Theory. And look at this now. Solo Sikoa's there. Bronson Reed. Oh, Jesus. Trying to climb Solo, stop them, and what the hell is Priest and Riddle doing to the outside as Priest? Dropping Riddle neck first, right in his knee. And Solo with a Samoan spike to that champion Theory. I almost missed that there, but it's such incredible action. Such crazy action. I believe all 6 men are in the ring at this moment. Dragunov lands on his feet there. And Ilya runs into a spear. Off the German, lands on his feet, but Riddle speared him. And then Matt Riddle grabbing Damian Priest and drops him there with a half and half. Riddle with the ring to himself. Matt Riddle, the Vegas boy, with a crowd on his side. Can he become a 2-time North American champ? Oh, but there's the big Aussie. Just running right through him like a freight train is Bronson Reed. And now Bronson gonna start his ascent now. Bronson Reed gonna start the climb. There's Ilya Dragunov over the other side climbing as well. Both these men been down each other's throat, trying to get a shot at the North American title. Oh my God, look at Bronson Reed swinging neck breaker off the top, that Dragunov off the freaking ladder. But now it's Matt Riddle gonna start a climb, and then Bronson gonna try and stop Riddle here. Unbelievable, and Bronson Reed gonna stop the former champion, the original Bro with Solo gonna take out Riddle. And then again, Bronson Reed claiming Solo right there to try and stop him. Nice shots by Sikoa. Stopping the Osella. As the champion Austin Theory sees what's going on the inside, he's letting Solo Sikoa deal with that. As he's continuing a battle with Ilya Dragunov on the outside. Austin Theory gonna send Ilya to the steel steps as Solo sends Bronson off the ladder. Solo Sikoa, the Vegas boy, for the North American Championship. He's got his hands on the goal. Solo's gonna do it. Ilya Dragunov coming out of the ring now to try and prevent him. Dragunov right there to try and stop Solo. Oh, Solo had his hands on the North American gold. He was so close to getting it, but there's Matt Riddle going to send Ilya to the corner. Ilya big kick up. And now Ilya going after Solo Sikoa with a massive powerbomb off the ladder. As Priest and Theory continue their fight on the outside of the ring here. Riddle missed the shot, and there's Bronson Reed taking out the original Bro Riddle. Oh my goodness, and look at this. Oh, German suplex the Dragunov by Bronson Reed. Oh my God, and now Austin Theory, the champion's claiming. The champion looking to retain after all this. Bronson's going to try and stop Austin Theory. Damian Priest comes in with a freaking kendo stick. And now Dragunov's claiming. And Solo just chucked a steel chair on the outside of the mountain Riddle. This is absolute chaotic. Look at Bronson Reed. Powerbomb off the ladder of the champion Theory. Dragunov's with his hands in the gold. Priest trying to stop him. Damian Priest is right there. Oh, Ilya Dragunov now falls off. Bronson Reed slowly but surely climbing. Samoan spikingly outside by Solo to Riddle. Oh man, and there's Damian Priest. Got Bronson Reed. Oh, but he keeps stopping him. And there's Solo climbing as well. Solo and Bronson Reed on the top of the ladder. Sikoa chops him off. Theory and Priest and Austin Theory going on it. Solo on the top of the ladder. Sikoa claims. Sikoa's got his hands on the championship. Can Solo Sikoa become the champion here? Dragunov and Theory both trying to stop him, but they do. Dragunov and Theory able to stop him. And a rattle powerbomb as he was hanging there. Oh, unreal matchup. And now Theory dropped to the top of his neck by the Osella Bronson. Read a German suplex by Riddle with Damian Priest, as they've also faced off before. Bronson's got to the top rope. Riddle laying out Damian Priest there. Solo Sikoa comes out of the ring. Bronson Reed elbow drop that Damian Priest to the outside as Dragunov and Solo going at it. Theory and Riddle going at it. Theory DDT to the original Broder, the man he beat for the championship. As look at Solo spinning. Solo in the ladder on the champion. Can Solo avenge his losses to the likes of Seth Rollins and Finn Balor on the main roster, as well as Drew McIntyre? The series of Samoan spikes there in Austin Theory as Dragunov comes back in, laying up Solo and torpedo last guy by Ilya. Ilya's gonna ring for himself as Matt Riddle turns attention to the outside of Bronson Reed. Damian Priest again setting up a ladder bridge. Dragunov's claiming. Ilya Dragunov slowly but surely getting up there, trying to become the new North American champion. He's got his hands on the gold. Bronson Reed sees it. Bronson Reed right there to claim it. Austin Theory comes in as well. Ilya Dragunov not able to get his hands on the championship and pull it down just yet. Austin Theory with a kendo stick attacking everybody, including Bronson Reed, who lays out that DDT. Champ stands tall, at least for now, but Austin Theory gonna send Bronson to the outside of the ring. And there's Solo Sikoa gonna send, oh my god, there's Austin Theory up for an amusement park raid with a Samoan drop, and there's Matt Riddle gonna take down Sikoa. Top rope goes the original bro here. Matt Riddle gonna fly and taking out both Theory and Dragunov. And they're taking out Sikoa. Riddle now a one-man wrecking crew. Oh, good luck to the rest of the card to try and follow this. We're still got a Rumble to go. We've still got an NXT title main event, a women's title match as well. A Tsunami didn't connect there from Bronson Reed on Theory. And look at Riddle. Big elbows there on Dragunov, connecting with Bro Derek. And now on the outside of the ring, Damian Priest here with Sikoa. Razor's Edge connecting as Austin Theory connect with that rolling blockbuster on Bronson Reed on the inside momentarily. And now Theory with a ladder, but he's not going to climb. He's going to try and get more damage done. But there's the kicks from Matt Riddle. And now Riddle picking up Theory. And now with his own move. A town down a Theory. The champion gets put a town down in Vegas. And Bronson Reed going after Riddle. Backing him up with an air raid crash. What action. Who's going to walk out North American champion? This North American title ladder match is on, and it's still rolling. Solo gets knocked with a ladder, as does Damian Priest. There's Bronson Reed now. It's starting to climb. Matt Riddle there as well. Dragunov on the other side climbing up. I've seen Dragunov and Reed both climb up multiple times, as well as Theory and Damian Priest and Sikoa. Don't think I've ever seen Matt Riddle climb up though yet. As Bronson Reed comes up. And there's Damian Priest. Oh my god, power bomb off the ladder there. Look at Austin Theory here. A taxi and a Solo Sikoa. Bronson Reed's got his hand on the gold. Reed's there but Riddle. Riddle gonna stop him at least try. And there goes Bronson Reed off the ladder. Oh my god. And then Damian Priest grabs the ladder. Theory goes under yet another ladder bridge. He's already been through one. That's his Damian Priest. That's his Ilya Dragunov. There's Matt Riddle. Damian Priest going at it. Ilya Dragunov going to send the Archer of Infamy onto the ladder. He's onto the bridge. He may be going through another one. Is Ilya torpedo masquerado? Ilya Dragunov going crazy as Bronson Reed sends Austin Theory to the barricade with authority. Bronson Reed back into the ring with a ladder in hand. Solo going after Ilya Dragunov, missing that super kick. Caught the leg. Oh, pushes him away there. As Ilya going after like Bronson Reed and sets him out of the corner. Mess of shot, but Solo from behind. Going after the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. Picking him up, they're going to go basically going to drop him there. Throat first hanging out to dry on the top rope with Austin Theory. turns his attention back to his rival Matt Riddle. The man he beat for that Golden sends him to the outside, goes out as well. Theory and Priest going out. Look at Theory and Priest. Oh man, a tombstone slam right in front of Riddle. That's Riddle's own move. And look at Bronson Reed. Axe driving a Sakoma. Theory and Priest with a massive boot. But look at them. Look at Bronson Reed back to his feet. Not for long. Went back down. With a springboard forearm by Priest. And Priest looking for a maneuver, but as Matt Riddle comes back in, neck breaking a big Bronson Reed. It's Theory yet again. Goes under another ladder bridge. How much bad luck does this man want? Same with Sakoma, who rolls under, or same with Dragunov rather, who rolled under it. But even Dragunov has got that speed, he's got that agility, he's a former cruiserweight champion, and he could become the new North American champ. Dragunov now, setting up the ladder, center of the ring, starting a climb here. But there's the champion, Austin Theory comes in. Oh, and he's stopping Ilya Dragunov in his tracks. Austin Theory picking up Ilya Dragunov in a massive slam there. As Bronson Reed's climbing up. Austin Theory turns his attention to Matt Riddle. Theory though, he's got him, but Bronson Reed's got his hand on the title. Big spinning slam. Bronson Reed's up, and Bronson Reed's got his hands like, oh, Bronson Reed takes it down. I'm gonna be champion. Austin Theory took the pad with his rival Riddle, and Reed took down the gold. He is the new North American champion. What action and what history has been made today. NXT Takeover stand and deliver with a new NXT North American champion. Well, what a matchup, and congratulations going out to Big Bronson Reed, but still to come tonight in your main event. The NXT Championship is on the line as Obafemi challenges Carmelo Hayes for the gold. Remember, the winner goes on to WrestleMania next weekend to face the winner of a matchup later on, a 20-man Rumble match for the NXT title. But up next, you win, you're called up to the main roster next series. You lose, you're fired. It's two good friends, Dijak versus the inaugural NXT champion, Keith Lee. It's next live at NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. This matchup was just made official this past week on NXT, following both men failing to win their qualifying matches for the aforementioned and just saw right there, North American Championship ladder match. Well, this man Dijak lost out to Solo Sikoa, and Keith Lee, the inaugural NXT champion, lost out to the man who we just saw win the entire thing, Big Bronson Reed. They're two good friends. They've faced off before, they've teamed up before, but this is the last time they're going to be facing off, because the winner's getting called up to the main roster next series. The loser is getting fired.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 270 pounds, Dijak.
Well, this be the last time we feast our eyes on Dijak. Or will we be feasting our eyes on Dijak on the main roster, whether it be Raw or whether it be SmackDown, on the 2K26 Universe Series, which will begin early next year around March, April time. Remains to be seen. He's going up against a man he's never been able to defeat. They've faced off twice in this series before, with Lee having a 2-0 edge against Dijak, but they've also been good friends. They've also had great rivalries as well. They have a very friendly competition mindset against one another, and that's exactly what they're going to have tonight. But I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be a lot more to fight for, because the job is on the line of both of these stars.
From Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 340 pounds, Keith Lee.
It was last year at WrestleMania where this man Keith Lee entered the finals of the NXT Championship Tournament to see if he can become the inaugural champion. He ended up doing so by defeating Gunther in the finals at WrestleMania last year in Philadelphia. Who would have thought that just a year later, or over a year later, at Stand and Deliver, heading into WrestleMania this year, that this man's career could be in jeopardy? And it certainly is, against a very dangerous opponent, and against the man he knows very well, wrestled each other in the independent scene, teamed with each other in the independents, teamed with each other here in NXT. They've even faced off and challenged for the NXT tag team titles on a couple of occasions. And tonight, they're going back at it against each other. You win, you're going to either Raw or SmackDown X Series. You lose, you're fired. This is crazy. Shawn Michaels coming up with this on the spot. It is massive stakes in this massive match here tonight at NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver 2. Here we go then. Dijak Lee. Who's going to do it? Who's going to get called up to the main roster next series? Who's getting fired? We find out right here. Right now as the referee, Aja Smith, assigned the duties for this contest. She rings the bell with the match up underway as they're wasting no time going right at it with each other. Keith Lee picking up Dijak. Both men with a hell of a lot to prove. They want to go to the main roster. They want to make a name for themselves. They want to win gold in the main roster. Lee's won gold here in NXT. The inaugural NXT champion. He wants to do that in the main roster. Maybe win a world title. A US or SC title. Who knows, depending on which brand he gets drafted to if he does win this matchup. Dijak wants to do the same. He's never won gold here in this series. He got screwed a number of weeks ago against Austin Theory for the North American title with a low blow behind the referee's back when the referee was knocked down by the champion Theory. And then, of course, got defeated by Solo Sikoa this past week on NXT, costing him his chance of being in the ladder match. Now Dijak and Keith Lee on the outside. Now Dijak throwing caution to win with a slingshot crossbody off that powerbomb on the inside. And now Dijak gonna send Lee into the barricade here at ringside. As look at this here, the Las Vegas crew get a close up of the action. As the front row just saw Keith Lee's back shatter into the barrier there. Is Dijak now gonna send Keith Lee back into the squared circle, centre of the ring now. Dijak now gonna set up Keith Lee for disaster. What is Dijak thinking? Will he be feasting his eyes on a main roster run perhaps? Top rope goes Dijak, flying through the air, flying through the air should I say. Didn't get all that big clothesline off the top, but enough to knock the Limitless one down. And now Dijak springboard in with a crossbody. With a springboard in for the corner with a moonsault now. Beautifully done by Dijak. Another one now on Lee this time. Lee able to move out of harm's way. And Lee, oh god, look at the strength here. Oh Jesus, released German suplex in and Dijak halfway across the ring there. Keith Lee this past week in NXT lost out a big Bronson Reed, of course, the man. And we know now as the new North American champion, he will remain on NXT the next series, defending that championship against NXT's very best. He will not be called up to the main roster, but one of these men will be. Will it be Lee? Will it be Dijak? Because he didn't get all of that. Attempt off the middle rope. The dive came up short, but Keith Lee with a club at the back of Dijak, and these men know each other very well. Look at the big man flying over the Hurricane Rana. That is out of the ordinary from on his side, but certainly ordinary for Keith Lee. He does it all the damn time. Top rope, massive splash by Lee. Moves her in his arsenal. Off the top, cover to go to the main roster. Next series kicked out by Dijak. Two good friends, man. But one of them is going to be costing the other their job. That's not what you want. Look at Keith Lee, top pick on Hilo. Throwing caution to the one and you have to in this type of matchup. And his loser gets fired. Is Keith Lee going to send Dijak into the ring here? And now Lee, waiting in the wings. Gonna slingshot in off the apron here. Look at Keith Lee with the cross. Body to Dijak. It's Aja Smith wanting him back in. Here's the cover. Who can I like a Dijak? Will he be fired? Is this over? Two kick out. And what a way it would be if Keith Lee goes from becoming the first ever NXT champion to being fired just over a year later. Absolute chaos. And that series, and you never know what to expect. This is WWE 2K24 Universe Mode episode 274. The third last video of this series as Dijak flying through the skies again. Moonsault out of the corner. Two count, no, only one there though. You gotta do more to keep Keith Lee down. Dijak should know better. He's faced off with Lee twice, losing out to Keith Lee. In fact, those two faced off in the first round of the NXT Championship Tournament. But of course, Lee getting the victory. While Lee was champion as well, they faced off in a non-title matchup with Lee as well getting the win. Which tied up in the feud between Dijak and Bronson Reed, who of course is now the North American champion following a previous contest. Keith Lee basking in the glory of that shot. but it could be basking and being released. Dijak, Schoolboy turn on. Won't be basking and getting fired. Will be Keith Lee as they go tit for tat. Right to the tits. Knife edge chop. As he's going right at the chest now is Keith Lee going to grab Dijak. Put him against the ropes. Oh, I think I know what Keith Lee's thinking here. We've seen this before. Off the ropes. Going to run right through the clothesline. You think Dijak would know by now. This has happened in all three encounters. Massive pounce by Lee. Cover will Dijak be fired. Is this over? 2 count. Roger Smith counts. Only enough for a count or 2 just there. Oh my god. And now metal rope. Keith Lee went for the metal rope splash. Went for a frog splash. Dijak had him scouted. And then flying through the air again is Dijak. Feast your eyes on that, Keith. Remember TNA do feast or fire. Well, feast your eyes on Dijak for he don't want to be fired. Massive super kick there. And now, God, between the legs, massive stomp right in the midsection. Oh, out of the corner, Dijak now. Got him here, bow, with a big boot. The discus boot, cyclone kick cover. Will he be released now? He could have been on the cusp of being fired there, but Dijak with that cyclone boot, not enough to put him away. Got to keep up the heavy leather offense. Going to keep his foot on the gas pedal tonight at Stand and Deliver. Dijak and Lee tippy top precarious position here as these two men have chemistry just like a periodic table. Top rope superplex by Dijak. Oh man, but he's not done just yet. He wants to put one fatal nail on the coffin of Lee and make sure he goes out of NXT with a bang. Dijak with that spinning corkscrew splash cover. Let's make do it. 2 count. Lee to be fired now. Kicking out of the count of 2. Dijak can't believe his eyes, but referee Roger Smith calling it down the middle. A clean cut count. Not enough for the 3 though is Lee. Coming up short with that crossbody. No water in the pool there for the former NXT champion. As the Limitless One now getting railed up here. And line up from Dijak with mid-section shots though, but Keith Lee now Schoolboy for the win. Dijak to be fired. Got a little bit too overconfident there, Tuka. Oh, baby. Look at Keith. Look at Keith. Picks him up. Big bang catastrophe. The fireman jackhammer. That's won a matches before. Will he win in this one? Dijak to lose his job now. Oh, no. Both these superstars going to be extra resilient as their jobs are on the line as Keith Lee comes off the middle rope with a splash to Dijak. And going back up to the middle rope with another one. This time got him at the top of the head this time, and now picking up his good friend to try and cost him his job and do the better of his career. But Dijak goes to sleep at the throat. And to the high justice choke slam. Penny predicament 2 count. Lee to be fired now. Oh, who's going to go to the main roster next series? Who's going to lose their job altogether in the WWE? You win this matchup, you go to the main roster, you're not going to be in NXT. You lose the matchup, you're not going to be on Raw, you're not going to be in SmackDown, you're not going to be in NXT, you're not going to be in Dark, you're not going to be in nowhere. You're going to be gone. My goodness, who's it going to be? Will Dijak finally get his win over Keith Lee? Or will Lee prevail for the 3rd time against his good friend and upper pursuit, Dijak? Trinity of clothesline there by Keith Lee. Getting the elevation in the last one. Headed up to the top. I've seen this before. From Keith Lee. They don't call him Limitless for nothing. Top rope. Bam, bam. Salt by Lee to cost Dijak his job. Cover. Hooking the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2 is Roger Smith. And only 2. Dijak kicking it again. His job's on the line. He's going to kick it at absolutely everything he possibly can. If he's still got a little bit left in the tank, he's going to kick out of it. To make sure he's still in this fight. Big boot there on Keith Lee. Not enough to knock him down with a massive knee. That Triple H style maneuver there with an knee running in. Almost like a jaw face breaker there. There's Keith Lee on the outside of the ring. Dijak again for his job. Gonna fly. Take out Keith Lee here with a rope assisted to Big on Halo taking out the Limitless One. Bask in the glory of that cake, says Dijak. For he wants to keep his job. I mean, so does Keith Lee. But who wants to keep it more? I guess we'll find out. Dijak, top rope now. Looking to fly. Big splash, nobody home. Again, no water in the pool there. Schoolboy again. Desperation creeping up for Lee to keep his job. Because Dijak has another kick out. Another kick out. There's Keith Lee with a smack to the face. Lee big shot. Knife edge. Keith Lee on fire. Dijak cyclone boot. Cyclone boot. Dijak for the win. Keith Lee got a little bit too overconfident, too overzealous, and they cost him his career here. And the WWE Feast Your Eyes connects. Dijak covers to cost Lee his job on the main roster next series too. Go kick out by Lee. What a match as it continues live. What action at Takeover stands and delivers. Dijak continues to keep the fight going with Lee. He keeps pushing with the limit this one. But Lee back to a vertical base. Look at Keith Lee battling with everything he's got with Dijak and a massive forearm. What a match tonight. That stands and deliver. Big elbow there. Who's gonna go to the main roster? Who's gonna get fired? Huge stakes tonight. Dijak, jackknife pin. 2 count. Lee to be cost his job now. Oh my goodness. And Lee runs in cross-border to Dijak. Back to a vertical base is Keith Lee. Sending Dijak into the corner. Who's gonna get the Duke here? Will it be the inaugural NXT champion Keith Lee? It looks very likely. Oh my god, where the hell are they going? Tippy top rope. Keith Lee Spanish fly from the big man. Unbelievable. Oh, that's not the first time I've seen him do that. It's incredible what he does. The crowd chanting, this is awesome. Indeed it is, but it could also be over. So could the career of Dijak here in the WWE with Lee. Connecting with a spirit bomb. Into the corner. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. And Dijak is fired. Keith Lee will be called up to the main roster next series as Lee gets the 3-0 lead against Dijak in this series, and we'll never see a rematch because I'm sorry Dijak, you've been incredible this series, incredible face, you've never won the big one and you're never gonna because you my friend are fired. Oh, that's got to be bittersweet for Keith Lee. The better parts because his good friend is going to be out of a job now. The sweet part as he has gone to the main roster next series for future opportunities at championships and against fresher opponent and fresher talents. Going to be awesome for Lee next series. We'll see him then. Congratulations, Keith. Commiserations, Dijak. Good luck on your future endeavours. But still to come tonight, who's going to be challenging the winner of tonight's main event between Obafemi and Carmelo Hayes next weekend at WrestleMania for the NXT Championship. A huge Rumble matchup, 20-man affair, coming up later on tonight to determine the number 1 contender for the NXT Gold. But up next, Cruiserweight title is on the line. It's Dirty Dominic Mysterio going to make another defense of the championship as he looks to defend it against the man who had the opportunity this past week on NXT by defeating fellow LWO stablemate Santos Escobar and the former Cruiserweight champion. It's none other than Dragon Lee, set to go at it with Dirty Dom for the Cruiserweight title right here, right now live at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver 2. It's now you see the Dragon making his way to the ring. These two men have squared off before with Dirty Dom defeating Dragon Lee for the North American Championship when Dirty Dom was the North American Champion here in this series. Well, this time it's for the Cruiserweight title. This time it's live in a PLE, and this time Dragon Lee is decked out in all black and he's determined to win his first title here in the WWE. Let's see if Lee can become the Cruiserweight Champion and get his win back against Dirty Dominic Mysterio. We know that Keith Lee defeated Dijak 3 times in the series. We know Dijak could never beat Keith Lee. He could never get his win back. Couldn't tonight. He will never be able to. He is fired now. Can Dragon Lee do it? Dijak can't. Let's get his win back against the man who's not been able to. And Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Say what you will about Dirty Dom. He's been incredible this series. A hell of a North American champ. A hell of a Cruiserweight champ. When that bell rings, you know you're in for an incredible battle. Win, lose or draw, for the most part, Dirty Dom has been winning. Let's see if he can keep that streak going tonight against a very determined Dragon Lee in this Cruiserweight Championship encounter. But listen to the Las Vegas crowd as it rings out in boos. The man's been incredible, but it still doesn't stop the NXT universe from hating this man's guts. It's the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, the King of the Cruiserweights in his opinion, and the self-proclaimed King of the Luchadors. I don't know if Dragon Lee will have anything to say about that one. Of course, he is one of the greatest luchadors, one of the most talented luchadors. And in the words of Rey Mysterio, the future of Lucha Libre. Well, Dory Dom may just be that, especially if he can get a second win against Dragon Lee tonight and retention of his NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Dory Dom defeating Santos Escobar for the title on the night before the Royal Rumble Premium Live event in Indianapolis, Indiana. That, of course, being NXT TakeOver Deadline. He then defeated Santos on a rematch on the NXT prior. And he defeated the likes of Nathan Frazier for the gold. The inaugural Cruiserweight Champion Rick Williams as well, who will be in that Rumble matchup later on tonight. As well as Nathan Frazier. And, of course, he defended against Akira Tozawa a couple of weeks ago in NXT. And Tozawa gave Dory Dom a hell of a surprising fight. Tozawa, of course, also going to be a part of the Rumble match later on tonight. But right now, it is all about the NXT Cruiserweight Championship of the World. The crowd ready for this one, as that right there is what you're fighting for. The beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Cruiserweight title of NXT. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Dragon Lee. And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Thank you, Alicia. Great introductions as always. Is Dirty Dom putting the Cruiserweight title on the line for the fifth time rather. And this series, the referee, John Cone, in this matchup, assigned the duties. Dirty Dom hand the title over to him, and let's Dragon Lee see what he could be walking out with tonight. Dragon Lee has challenged for the Cruiserweight title in the past. It was an NXT TakeOver Great American Bash last November. It was last year where Dragon Lee challenged for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship in triple threat action against the champion at the time, JD McDonough, the man who won the gold, Ilya Dragunov. But a year later, let's see if Dragon Lee's prophecy can be fulfilled and becoming the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. He's off the block strong there. Bell has been wrong, matchup on the way, shooting star press right off the bat. But the Operation Dragon himself, Dragon Lee of the LWO. Let's not forget a brotherly battle, a friendly fair between Dragon Lee and Santos Escobar this past week on NXT, which saw Dragon Lee defeat the former Cruiserweight champ to earn his right tonight to face Dirty Dom for the gold. Dirty Dom looking past Dragon Lee just like he looked past Akira Tozawa. Tozawa gave him a hell of a challenge, but Dirty Dom at the end of the day making sure that Tozawa was just another stepping stone in his championship reign. Look at Dragon Lee right off the bat, massive forearm shot. Doesn't want to be overlooking Dragon Lee like it did with Tozawa. Yes, he got the win against Akira Tozawa. But Dragon Lee going to be a much tougher challenge. No disrespect to Akira, but Dragon Lee has been showing out with a couple of great performances over the last couple of weeks against the likes of Apollo Crews and, of course, the aforementioned matchup with Santos Escobar. This past week on NXT, they go blow for a blow. This is what the Las Vegas crowd came to see tonight. At Stand and Deliver. Back and forth with a heavy leather offense. Goes Lee and Dirty Dom with a Cruiserweight title hanging and the balance tonight. Back and forth action, blow for a blow, hockey fight now. Live tonight at Stand and Deliver 2 with a Cruiserweight title on the line. And who's going to get him up for hand? Here is the champion Mysterio. Taking down Dragon Lee. There's a springboard moonsault by the champ. And for the cover here. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Dragon Lee able to kick the shoulder off. John Cole calling it down the middle. Dirty Dom can't believe it. Dragon Lee continuing the fight for the gold tonight. And there's Dirty Dom. Picking Lee up the vertical base. Massive shots for the champion. Dirty Dom now dropping him at the DDT. Nothing fancy, but damn sure effective by the champion. But now he's going to show us what fancy looks like and what the Cruiserweight division is all about here on NXT. Tope suicida by Mysterio. Taking out Dragon Lee on the outside of the Dirty Dome now. On the apron, and a double axe handle on Dragon Lee off the apron. Mysterio on fire tonight. And that's Cruiserweight Championship affair this evening. Still got the tag titles to come up as well. Still got the women's title matchup, the massive Rumble matchup to determine who will challenge for the NXT title. And of course the NXT title matchup main event between Obafemi and Carmelo Hayes coming from Dom kick out by Lee. Following that springboard drop kick out of the ring by the champion Mysterio. Dragon Lee comes right back in, and look at this, in and out, Dragon Lee, powerbomb, set-out style cover for the title. Out of nowhere there, we saw that on Santos this past week, it scored a 2 on Santos, and it will score a 2 on Mysterio as well, as the standing shooting star connects with a follow-up, second title matchup by Lee, and the challenger now hitting a second groove, and a third one though, Mysterio with the knees up. Oh, a little bit too overconfident there was Dragon Lee is now the challenger, getting caught up. Small package inside cradle. Dirty Dominic Mysterio for the goal to retain a kick out. That is how he defeated Cesaro to become the NXT North American champion. Dirty Dom now in trouble here too. Good on Dragon Lee with the victory roll. Couldn't get the victory, at least not yet. It's Mysterio now running away, going to the corner. Dragon Lee going to try and stop him in his tracks. Seriously, runs in. Oh, Mysterio top rope is Dirty Dom and a missile drop kick off the top. Mysterio on fire, springboards in, missing the moonsault that time. And now it's Dragon Lee, massive shot, another one. And a super kick by Lee, down goes Mysterio. And the LWO chant starting. By the challenger Dragon Lee, kicking at the leg, or big elbow in the leg by Mysterio, and oh god, the tribute, the paying homage, Romero having salt on the wound, to the late great Eddie Guerrero, Viva La Raza, Latino Heat with the 3 amigos, hitting him with a 2, and there's the 3 by Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Cruiserweight title on the line, hook in the leg, shoulders down, wall the maneuver, one of the greatest cruiserweights of all time, get the win for Dirty Dom, not yet at least. It's Dragon Lee able to power out as this cruiserweight title tussle continues tonight. At Takeover stands and delivers. Mysterio comes off the top there, massive maneuver. Alright, go. Dirty Dom ringing out the booze tonight in Las Vegas, Nevada. What a hell of a contest this has been for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Dragon fighting back, massive kicks, massive strikes, and a DDT by Dragon Lee. Dirty Dominic Mysterio trying to run out. Dragon Lee had other intentions going up to the apron, but Mysterio on the apron, and now Dragon Lee gonna send them packing off it. And Dragon Lee getting this crowd hyped up. Firmly behind Dragon Lee in this Las Vegas faithful tonight. As here comes Lee and the challenger soars through the air. Dragons can fly. Tope suicida by Lee. And they're going to send Mysterio into the squared circle. Here comes Dragon Lee here. Oh, look at that beautiful Hurricane Rana with a low added flip. Down goes the knee pad, and a massive knee strike. The V-trigger, the bicycle knee, the cover for the Cruiserweight title. John Cornell scoring 2 kick out by Mysterio. Oh, what action. Oh, I love a Cruiserweight Championship matchup. The Cruiserweight division in NXT is one of the highlights, especially when Dirty Dom is the champion. Dragon Lee could take over, missing that double foot stomp, and a massive neck breaker by Mysterio. Dragon Lee couldn't get that double stomp off the top. Dirty Dom able to get a maneuver there with a neck breaker. And now Dragon Lee out of the corner. That's a bulldog out of the corner by Mysterio from the middle rope with the assist up to the top rope now. Trying to use the move that won him the Cruiserweight title in order to retain it tonight. Frog splash off the top. Mysterio to retain. Hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. And Dragon Lee still in it. Dragon Lee determined on winning the goal. What a matchup as it rolls on live. Back live, stand and down, delivers referee John Gunn getting taken out by Dirty Dominic Mysterio as he flies with a springboard cross body to the outside of the ring. Didn't get all of it, but referee John Gunn's been taken out. Oh, come on, Dom. Dominic Mysterio trying to cheat his way in retention of the NXT Cruiserweight Championship against Dragon Lee tonight at Stand and Deliver. Can never win it clean. I mean, he's won it clean a couple of times. He won it clean against Trick Williams. He won it clean against Nathan Frazier, against Tozawa. But maybe not against Dragon Lee. Hurricane on a low from Lee in the outside. And Dragon Lee hits him with a chair. There's no referee. John Cole getting to his feet. Now turn about his fair play for Dirty Dom. It's Dragon Lee getting a measure of revenge and hitting him with a steel chair on the outside. John Cole now on his feet, beginning his count. Championship on the line. Is Dirty Dom going to get sent out of the ring by Dragon Lee? Top rope Lee now for the Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Hurricane Rana, pinning predicament for the championship. Shoulders down, scoring 2, Mysterio still in it. And then Dirty Dom, wait a minute. Shoulders down, heel victory to steal the win. Mysterio to retain the title, 2 count. No, Dragon Lee now going to stay in it. What action, back and forth. 4-on from Lee, big shot, and a Lee now goes behind. Operation Dragon for the gold. Center of the ring, hook in the leg, shoulders down. Now Mysterio kicking it again. Oh, what a match. This is what NXT is all about. This is what WrestleMania weekend is all about. It's WrestleMania season, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. It's coming up next weekend, but tonight it's NXT's extravaganza. That's their equivalent of Mania. It's Lee in the corner, pinning predicament for the championship. Mysterio in trouble and a kick out again by Dirty Dom. Standing, shooting star over by the challenger, Dragon Lee. Back up to the top. Couldn't get the double foot stomp earlier. This time he does with a roll through. Dragon Lee now. Can he capitalize? Cruiserweight title on the line. Mysterio though going to clothesline him down for his troubles and telling the crowd to shut the hell up. Here tonight in Las Vegas. Oh, but there's Dirty Dom. I think Dragon Lee's night could be the beginning of the end here. It's Dom turning it up and there's the 6-1 dialed it up. And a Mysterio with a beautiful slingshot in, flipping senton, cover Mysterio to retain, 2 count. No, Dragon still in it. Dominic can't believe his eyes, and it doesn't want to hear this crowd root on Dragon Lee for much longer. Doesn't want this matchup to continue for much longer. He's realised he's underestimated Dragon Lee. He would have had him beat by now in the North American title matchup, but the contest still going as Lee trying to have a second flurry here, trying to hit more offense and get a second wind, and down goes Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dragon Lee now, Cruiserweight title on the line. Can he become the new champion tonight? Runs and there's the knee again. Bicycle boot by Dragon Lee. Championship on the line. Lee out of the corner, heaping up the universe. Here it stands and deliver. Operation Dragon, center of the ring. Cover on Dirty Dom, hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 and a kick out by Mysterio. Oh my, what resilience does Dirty Dom possess? And Dragon Lee has still got hope, he's still got faith. But somehow Dom's still in a springboard drop kick again. Oh my god, oh no, come on again, going after the referee John Cone. Dirty Dom knocking out John Cone with a neck breaker. And a Dirty Dominic Mysterio gonna pick up Dragon Lee and a neck breaker to Dragon Lee now. Well, Lee's been wiped out, but so's referee John Cone, and a Dirty Dominic Mysterio scaling the top rope. And a massive frog splash to retain the title, but the referee's down because of you, Dom. In for the cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down. That would have been 3 by now. Dom would have retained, make it 4. There's 5. We're in 6. And a kick out by Dragon Lee. Dom would have hit him twice if it wasn't for his own stupidity, knocking down referee John Cone. And he's absolutely raging, but he should be raging on himself. He should be pissed, and it's his own fault. Dragon Lee now, looking to steal it because of Dirty Dom's mistake. Cover, shoulders down, and steal the win of the title. Almost had the championship, almost winning the gold. Almost becoming a new champ tonight with a drop kick by Dragon Lee. Out of the corner now, oh baby. Dirty Dom, the slight mistake may cost you the gold. Operation Dragon for the 3rd time. Cover leg onto the bottom rope though. Good call from the official John Cone as Dragon Lee pleading with a ref, but he's not going to stoop as low as Dirty Dom to hit the referee. And now Mysterio laying out Dragon. Oh my days on a match, and again down goes John Cole. Come on, Dom, that's enough. Dirty Dom was short after short of Dragon Lee, and now pleading with Dragon Lee. Come on. I always praise Dom after his matches, but this is getting ridiculous. Dirty Dom, shoulders down, referee still down. 1 and 2. There's 3. Dom would have had it 1. Why'd you keep knocking out the ref? You would have won this matchup, Mysterio. And there goes Dragon with a kick out again, expending his energy and picking up the referee John Cone. If you want to go for pinfall attempts, make sure the ref's actually up to count them. Oh, there's the knee! Oh no, Dom! Oh no, you cost yourself! Twice in the one match! Dragon in the corner with the Operation Dragon for the Cruiserweight title! But Lee Wisely going away from the ropes. They go for the cover. The 2 count connects, and we have a new NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Lee can't believe it. He's absolutely spent. But it's all worked out. It's all paid off. The journey Lee's been off for the whole year has worked out, ladies and gentlemen, because he has become the brand new NXT Cruiserweight Champion at the expense of a mortal enemy, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. What a matchup. Congratulations, Lee. The celebration begins for the LWO member and your new Cruiserweight Champion, with 2 matches in a row being a victory for Lee. Could make it 3 in a row. The tag team titles are on the line next, but congratulations to Dragon Lee, your new NXT Cruiserweight Champion, as the show rolls on. Well, still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the NXT Women's Championship is on the line as Lyra Valkyria, for the first time ever in this series, goes one-on-one with a challenger, Tiffany Stratton, after Tiffy defeated Rhea Ripley in the biggest win of her career to earn the opportunity at Lyra later on tonight. But up next, the NXT Tag Team titles are on the line, as we just previously mentioned, and Lee win 3 matches back to back to back, where Wesley and Cedric Alexander of the Hurt Business will be defending their NXT Tag Team titles against the Creed Brothers, Julius and Brutus. It's next, live in Las Vegas, Nevada, at NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It was last night on WWE Dark, where Julius Creed of the Creed Brothers went one-on-one with Wesley to attempt to build momentum into this NXT Championship matchup, this NXT Tag Team Championship matchup. But it was Julius who came out on the losing end of that matchup against one half of the Tag Team Champions, Wesley. But look at Julius, he's all hyped up tonight, looking to try and get the win with Brother Brutus to become the brand new NXT Tag Team Champions. We already have 2 new champions crowned tonight, as Bronson Reed as the NXT North American Champion and Dragon Lee, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. While we have new tag champs as well tonight, remains to be seen. Julius and Brutus were able to earn the opportunity at the NXT Tag Team titles by defeating Kit Wilson and Elton Prince, all pretty deadly a couple of weeks ago here on the white and gold brand. Let's see if they can knock off the very dominant Hurt Business for the tag team gold tonight, as here come the tag team champions, Cedric Alexander, and of course the man who defeated Julius Creed just last night on WWE Dark in the NXT side of things in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Wesley. Of course, collectively they are the Hurt Business. They ended the reign of the Viking Raiders here in this series of the NXT Tag Team Championships, defeating Eric and Ivar back at Takeover Deadline for the gold. Of course, Eric and Ivar will be challenging FTR next weekend for the World Tag Team titles in the Monday Night Raw side of things at WrestleMania. But they defeated them for the gold, defeated them again in the rematch a couple of weeks prior on NXT, and the last matchup on the white and gold brand for the Raiders. They also defeated Tony D'Angelo and Shannon Stacks Lorenzo for the Tag Team Championships as well as Fraxium. So 3 successful defenses for the Hurt Business. And their NXT Tag Team Championship run tonight will make it their 4th defense of the goal. Will it be a successful one again? Remains to be seen, as it's going to be a fun one tonight in Las Vegas with the NXT tag team on the line at Takeover Stand and Deliver. Crowd is ready for this one, as am I. Cannot wait for this tag team contest. Is that right there is what they've been in for. The beautiful, prestigious and coveted NXT tag team titles. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
And is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 515 pounds. Brutus and Julius, the Creed Brothers. And their opponents at a combined weight of 383 pounds, the NXT Tag Team Champions, Cedric Alexander and Wes Lee, the Hurt Business.
Thank you, Alicia. Really setting the field for this one. Big fight field. Titles on the line as referee Jessica Carr is assigned the duty for this tag team championship affair tonight. Hanging up the gold. Let's see if we can have our third title change of the evening and just our fourth contest of 7 here tonight at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Julius and Cedric going to be starting off this tag team title matchup tonight. Referee Jessica Carr rings the bell. Here we go. Tag title matchup is underway. It's Cedric big kick on Julius. Julius might not be 100% following his matchup last night on WWE Dark. Of course, it was on the NXT side of things. It was this past week on NXT where the matchup actually took place. It just aired last night. But might still not be 100%. Same with Wes Lee, but Wes, of course, getting the win on that one. So Julius might come in this worse than Wes will. But it's Cedric and Julius starting this one off. It's Julius. Feels the wrath of that massive knee by one of the tag team champions, Alexander. But look at Julius Creed with a German suplex release style. Send him halfway across the ring, right at the Creed corner as well. And Julius, now look at the strength of this here. Picking up Alexander now platinum. Massive slam on Cedric there. As he's now going to pick up one half of the tag team champs into the corner. Tag made already. Quick tag and a brother Brutus. Double team offense now from the challengers. Let's look at that double team back body drop as Brutus Creed, the legal competitor in this contest, now softening up Alexander with the best move in all of professional wrestling. No better way to soften up your opponent than the neck crank. As Cedric couldn't get all of that flying clothesline. Brutus Creed gonna stop him in his tracks. Alexander throwing him away. Knife edge chop, forearm shots, and a neck breaker. Down goes Brutus. Usually it's a lot tougher to knock down Brutus Creed, with Cedric Alexander doing it in just a couple of moves. Making sure it was like nothing there. Off the ropes, Alexander drop kick. Oh, now he won't go down. But a big clothesline, now he won't go down. And another one, but this time knocked him down. And Alexander feeling it. Tag made, in comes Wes Lee. Wes Lee, of course, with a big victory this past week on Dark. Just last night against Julius. Now he's in there with the other Creed and Brutus. A much more powerful Creed brother here is, look at that! From Wes Lee, springboard, into the stunner, cover now, on Creed for the winner, retain the tag team gold already. Matchup just got underway. Only 2 minutes into this tag team matchup here. And Wes Lee and Julius Creed. Oh, sorry, Wes Lee and Brutus Creed going at it. Wes Lee, middle rope. And I have to readjust here as Brutus on the outside, and I'm going to sit on the outside of the ring here. And hard there, Wes Lee, we've seen this before. Springboard, shooting star press to the outside. A thing of beauty every damn time we see it. By the cardiac kid, Wes Lee of the Hurt Business. Wes now sending Julius Creed back into the squared circle. He needs to make that tag, the brother Julius, and he was going to do just that. Julius wants revenge from last night on Dark after he lost to Wes Lee. And Julius Creed going to get that revenge, going right after Wes. And look at this, Wes. Uh-oh, look out nicely done by Julius. Rope assisted, tope con hilo. Taking out, leading us a forearm on the floor here. Julius Creed taking him up the squared circle. Bringing him up to a vertical base. Going to try and send him into the squared circle. Didn't do it just yet, and now gonna keep sending him near the ring area. Now gonna send him out of the ring. Julius Creed in control. Look at the strength here. Oh, yo, now they're just throwing. Wesley's gonna get a measure of revenge from the outcome last night. Oh, Brutus even getting involved. Back and forth though. And now Wesley off the ropes here. Comes back and a super kick on Julius. And a winning cheap shot on Brutus. But from behind his Creed. Lands on his feet. It's Wesley. And look at Wesley. Unbelievable offense. With a flipping Hurricane Rana. And a taking out Brutus Creed. Wesley now flying in. A spinning corkscrew, standing splash, standing moonsault, kick out immediately by Julius Creed. Unbelievable there. Well, West went for a shot. Julius able to counter, running in with an STO. Julius forearm drop kick by Creed. Nicely done by one half of the challengers of the Creed brothers. They won one win against Pretty Deadly. One loss against Pretty Deadly. Then their third win against Pretty Deadly. Able to guarantee them this opportunity, or grant them this opportunity rather, at the NXT Tag Team Gold tonight. Satellite DDT by Wesley and the man he defeated last night on Dark. Tag made Alexander back down to the original two superstars that started off this contest. Cedric Alexander now, perched up by Julius in the top rope. Hurricane Rana off the top by Cedric. Putting time in for the cover now. Hooking the leg, or not hooking the leg rather, shoulders down only. Scoring two and perhaps, if you hooked the leg, could have given him more leverage and might have secured the tag team attention for the Hurt Business. But Julius, however, runs right back in, running right through Alexander. Now Julius Creed standing, shooting star covering the tag team gold. Titles on the line. Two guys on Cedric and a near fall. Shooting star out of nowhere there by Julius Creed. And Creed may look to fly and take out Cedric. He's already flew through the air in this one. And it may be Bruce. But send Creed back, or send Alexander back into the ring for his brother Julius Creed. Julius going to do just that. Nice elbow though by Cedric, and Cedric flying out of the clothesline. Brutus wants to be tagged in, but right now it's Alexander. Picks him up to a vertical base. Irish Whip going to send him out onto the apron. That's Alexander thinking here. Nice forearm from Julius. Cedric runs right in, and look at Julius Creed. Oh my goodness, oh my, hip toss to the outside, and a senton off the apron of Alexander. Innovative offense from Julius Creed, hitting a hip toss to the outside of the ring and a senton to the floor, picking up Alexander. Wesley wants in. Back and forth though as Cedric keeps fighting with Julius Creed. He wants that tag to brother Brutus. Cedric not going to allow it to happen as the Irish whips him into the corner. Tag made, West Legal, double team offense from the champions, Hurt Business. Double team with a backstabber. And Wesley landing on his feet there. On the moonsault, nice elbow from Julius and a drop kick. Down goes Wesley. Making a tag. Then comes brother Brutus. Well needed now. Brutus and West going at it, jawbreaker from Wesley. Wesley forearm straight kick to the midsection. Oh no. Julius don't want to be there. And falls up like an accordion with a destroyer. Then a cover on Brutus Creed. Hooking the legs, shoulders down, and Julius making a save. My days. Look at this West. Oh, nice knee there. Julius making the save. And there's West now. Going to send him to the outside of the Wesley there. Uh-oh. Hanging out to dry on the tippy top now. Wesley, Brutus Creed, Avalanche style, Frankensteiner Barley with a tag team titles are on the line. West now in the cover, hooking the legs, shoulders down, to retain the goal. This may do it, scoring 2 and only 2. Kick out by Brutus Creed. What a matchup tonight. It's Brutus. Oh, what a pound! Down goes Wesley. Picks him up down to a vertical base. We may see new tag champs crowned right here. Torture rack, front slam, cover. New tag team champs Alexander making a save. There's Cedric now, and look at that by the hair. Brutus Creed just threw him into the ring. Look at Brutus, Irish, we're going to send Cedric to the floor. Brutus Creed on fire, man. And look at Brutus, toe break on heel by the big man. Taking out Alexander, or taking out Wesley, I should say, on the outside. They're sending West back in. New tag champs in the making, perhaps, ladies and gentlemen. Top rope, Brutus Creed with a Brutus Bow! Single-handed Brutus Bow by Creed cover for the tag team titles. Hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring two, and Wesley able to get the shoulder off the canvas. Oh, what action tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Massive forearm, no block. Wesley, massive kick. Tag, here comes Alexander. Cedric's in the ring. Cedric, big kick. Oh no. Alexander, a dangerous maneuver with a brain buster. Come on. Let's me do it. To retain the tag team gold here. Kick ya. Somehow, Brutus Creed staying alive off that brain buster, and Alexander not happy. Elbow drop, keeping the pressure on Brutus. And now the cannonball senton missing the mark. Oh, that might be the opening for the Creed brothers. Might be the opening to make the tag here. And the corner goes Alexander. That was an Irish whip. That was a hard whip there. Tag made Julius Legal. Julius Creed overhead. Belly to belly of Cedric Alexander. And rolling outside wisely there with Cedric. Because the matchup could have ended in an instant. Look at this. Oh, Julius Creed going to send Wesley to the outside. Brutus Creed going to do the betting here. Going to send Cedric back in for Julius. We could see new tag team champions crowned. Julius Creed picks him up. Look at the strength. Cartwheel over. Mwah. Sliding away with a Creed clothesline. Cover new champions. Hooking the leg of Cedric. Shoulders down. Wesley back up on the apron to make the save. Saving the tag titles for himself and Alexander of the Hurt Business. And now Julius on big knees again. By Wesley, and again Wesley sent off. Julius Creed, a man possessed. Absolutely loving it here. But there's Alexander from behind. Cedric Alexander now. Oh no, the Fisherman Brainbuster. To retain the tag team titles. There's Brutus saving the day. Oh my goodness. And Cedric not happy with a massive knee. Cedric stomping away on Julius Creed here. The tag team gold on the line. Tag Wesley Legal again. Back down to these two men who faced off last night on WWE Dark for the tag team titles. West in the corner. Running in with a European uppercut at Julius Creed. And Julius may be out of it here before he even gets started. Trying to make his way to the corner, but there's Wesley with a spiral tap. Wesley with a spiral tap at Julius Creed. In for the cover to return the tag titles for the Hurt Business, and Julius again gonna kick out. Julius, hell resilient, man. Wesley gonna fly, keep taking him out with a toe base. So I see as he's keeping his foot in the gas pedal. And this tag team title encounter tonight. Let's stand and deliver. We may see more new champions crowned tonight. The Creed brothers could be one of them. Mowing right through them there. Oh, Cedric went for a shot. Julius able to avoid it. Julius sends Cedric off the apron. Comes back in and out. Big stomp on the West. Top rope. Julius single-handedly to win the tag team goal for the Creed. Shooting star press off the top to get his one back over West. Come on. Hook in the legs. Shoulders down. New champions not over yet. Not over yet tonight. Let's stand and deliver. What a hell of a battle it's been tonight. Oh man, what a shot. More incredible shots there. Shots have been fired. Irish whip out of the corner now. Tag Cedric Legal. Oh no, this is the move that won them the NXT tag titles in the first place. Alexander and Lee. The blockbuster there. Come on. 2 count. No! Oh my god, are you kidding me? Julius kicks out again with no help. Brutus didn't even make the save. He kicked out. That's what beat the Viking Raiders. That's what beat Tony D'Angelo and Shannon Stacks. That's what beat Fraxium. But it ain't beating the Creed brothers. Especially Julius. He knocks Wesley off the apron. Massive drop kick. Picking up Alexander now. Irish Whipping gonna send them into the corner. New tag champs to be crowned here tonight. Electric chair, Brutus legal, Brutus, boom! He saw it earlier. This time the double team offensive now. Covering Alexander. Do we have new tag team champions? Scoring 2. They go. The Creed brothers won the gold. What action tonight? We have new NXT Tag Team Champions, and the streak of all the Lees winning back-to-back matches is over, because only Keith Lee and Dragon Lee won tonight. Wes Lee didn't, but Wes didn't get pinned. Cedric Alexander did, but a streak of having new champions crowned is still going, as that is 3 new champs tonight. Congratulations to the Creed brothers, the new NXT Tag Team Champions. They run the tag division now, and the white and gold brand going forward, and a new series of NXT right here on KO Productions. What action. Congratulations to the brothers. But still to come tonight, NXT title on the line in your main event. Who's going to WrestleMania to defend their championship? Carmelo Hayes, the current champion, and the man who pinned him a couple of weeks ago on NXT, the ruler. Oh, Femi, that's later on in your main event, but who will be the number 1 contender for WrestleMania against the champion? We find out right here, right now, as a 20-man Royal Rumble match is coming your way for number 1 contendership for the NXT Championship.
Rumble match! The 2 superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 20 superstars have entered the ring. Elimination occurs when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and will go on to face the champion of their choice at WrestleMania.
The winner will get an NXT title match at WrestleMania, Alicia. Not the champion of their choice, but close enough. Who's entering? Number 1 in this 20-man Rumble for the number 1 contendership for the NXT title. And if anyone can outlast 19 other men, it's the agility and speed of this man who never slows down. One half of Fraxium, Nathan Frazier.
From Jersey, the Channel Islands, weighing in at 182 pounds, Nathan Frazier!
In the match card lineup, we saw the names of former Cruiserweight champ JD McDonough, former Cruiserweight champ Santos Escobar, former Cruiserweight champ Trek Williams, former North American champion Cesaro, the Harbinger of Justice Karrion Kross, and the Maverick Logan Paul. None of them are starting, at least not at number 1, because the number 1 entrant is Nathan Frazier, one half of Fraxium, who will be entrant number 2 to join him here in this 20-man contendership Rumble. He awaits their arrival, and look at that, look at the draw. That's a coincidence. It's the other half of Fraxium, none other than Axiom. Oh man, this is going to be fun to start off the Rumble tonight. Axiom and Frazier kicking us off for the number 1 contendership Rumble for a shot at the title at WrestleMania.
The individual who drew number 2 from Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, Axiom!
Mentioned these 2 superstars failed to capture the NXT Tag Team titles against the Hurt Business. They also failed against the Viking Raiders as well. But one of them, not both of them, one of them might get a shot next weekend at WrestleMania against either Femi or Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship next weekend. Could be one of them, could be anybody else. Let's find out. Matchup underway. They're not going to attack each other off the opening bell. That's smart, man. Wait till the next guy comes in, then attack. Everyone for themselves. Not with Fraxium. Wait a minute, Axiom, no! Having second thoughts, he says, you know what, it is everyone for themselves. He wants a shot at the NXT title. He's going straight fresh tag team partner Ethan Frazier, but already entrant number 3 about to make his way to the ring. Well, this is going to be a very interesting rumble as Axiom and Frazier are going at it. Off the early stages, here comes entrant number 3 now, and I believe that's Joe Coffey of Gallus, and it is. The Iron King Joe Coffey, entrant number 3, is Axiom with a shooting star on Frazier. And here's Joe Coffey now going after Axiom. Coffey only has one victory in this series. He had a challenge against Matt Riddle for the North American title before. That's the best he's ever done in this series. That shouldn't even go all the way to WrestleMania for an NXT title shot. It's already entrant number 4 going to make his way to the ring as Nathan Frazier now laying in on Joe Coffey. Is Axiom taking a breather underneath the ropes. Entrant number 4 now making his way to the ring. Who's this here? Oh, another tag team representative. Tony D'Angelo representing the D'Angelo family. And entrant number 4. It's Axiom and Joe Coffey going at it. Tony D trying to eliminate Nathan Frazier. Frazier though skinning the cat. He's done that twice now. Able to hang on as Coffey. Going after Axiom, trying to get in that first elimination of this contest. Look at this from Nathan Frazier. Got D'Angelo down. Here's Joe Coffey trying to muscle up Axiom over the top here. Trying to eliminate him as Nathan Frazier trying to save his tag partner even though they attacked each other off the opening bell. Entrant number 5 now, making his way to the ring. And oh, we've not seen this man in a hell of a long time. It's Ridge Holland. Ridge the Fridge. He had a shot at Cesaro for the North American title way back a couple of months ago. Lost out, of course, and he's here to try and get a shot at the NXT title. Of course, you see a lot of lower card talent, a lot of guys that haven't had a lot of opportunities here in this series are getting an opportunity to try and go for the NXT Championship. This could be a huge breakout moment for the likes of Ridge Holland or Tony D'Angelo or a Joe Coffey, even a Fraxium, even any member of them, to try and get an opportunity at the NXT title. Number 6 now, making his way to the ring. That's Akira Tozawa. We mentioned him earlier on tonight. He challenged Dirty Dominic Mysterio a couple of weeks ago for the Cruiserweight title. That's the first time we saw him in months, as he was dealing with an injury. Akira Tozawa with a great performance has clearly impressed Shawn Michaels and higher ups here in NXT, so giving him this opportunity in the 20-man Rumble as he enters. Entrant number 6. Trying to see if he can get a shot at the NXT title at WrestleMania. That could be huge. For Akira Tozawa, it's Joe Coffey laying out Axiom with that ripcord clothesline. It's Nathan Frazier going after the leg of Joe Coffey. Entrant number 7 now. And here comes a potential favourite, the inaugural Cruiserweight Champion, and the man who has challenged multiple times for the NXT Gold. Whoop, that Trick has arrived. Trick Williams is in the Rumble. And immediately runs into a Tony D'Angelo problem as Akira Tozawa trying to eliminate Nathan Frazier in the first set. Look at Joe Coffey now. Taking care of Trick Williams. First Trick had a Tony D'Angelo problem. Now he's got a Joe Coffey problem. And now turns the attention on Nathan Frazier of Axiom. With Joe Coffey trying to eliminate Trick Williams as here comes entrant number 8. 8 men in the ring already. Who is this? Can't really see because of all the bodies. That's Lexus King, I believe. And Joe Coffey eliminated already by Trick. That was a quick elimination. There goes Joe Coffey. The first elimination of the matchup. Coffey said pack and he will not be going to WrestleMania. And Trick Williams already with elimination in this contest. Akira Tozawa, an incredible Frankenstein on Axiom. As Lexus King was entrant number 8, he's turning his attention, I should say, to Tony D'Angelo. I'm getting so damn excited with this Rumble. I just love a Rumble, man. It's look at that from Axiom. Poison Rana on D'Angelo. It's on D'Angelo again to his feet as Nathan Frazier. Beautiful drop kick in the corner. On Trick, neckbreaker by Tozawa. It's Ridge Holland taking the fight to Akira Tozawa now. Well, right after the arm, look at the strength here. It's Tony D in the corner with Axiom. Axiom, nice elbow in the corner. Trick. Nice kick to Nathan Frazier. And look at the Tozawa Poison running to Trick Williams. Unbelievable, man. And a neck breaker by Tozawa on Tony D. And now Tozawa, the springboard. Tozawa's incredible, man. This guy needs more opportunities. Oh, but he's eliminated by Tony D'Angelo just when he was getting going, man. Oh, Tony D getting booed now because of the elimination from Tozawa. And here comes entrant number 9. That's Joe Gacy in the ring now. Joe Gacy's here, representing the Wyatt 6, him and Dexter Lumis. A couple of times have teamed up and a couple of times have faced off against each other. Don't seem to really get along that well. But nonetheless, Gacy's here in the Rumble. We might see Dexter Lumis later on as well. As Axiom Going right back afterwards, tag team partner Nathan Frazier. It's Rich Holland and Tony D'Angelo going at it. So Tony D has an elimination, as does Trick Williams, as Tony D eliminated Akira Tozawa. Trick eliminated Joe Coffey. A lot of hate coming from Tony D after the elimination of Tozawa. Tozawa was on a roll, hitting everyone with poison rattles. Now Axiom's going to take over with one on Joe Gacy. Entrant number 10 now, making his way to the ring, and it's Apollo Crews. Huge opportunity for Apollo here tonight. Last saw him in an episode of WWE Dark a couple of weeks ago, losing out to your brand new NXT Cruiserweight Champion Dragon Lee. Look at the strength of Rich Holland with a beautiful butterfly maneuver on Lexis King, actually personified in this Rumble matchup this evening. Apollo Crews and Tony D on a Trick hanging on, skinning the carrier to come back in. There's Nathan Frazier with a corkscrew. Corkscrew suplex there. Apollo nice insecurity on Joe Gacy. Sling blade there by Nathan Frazier. Rich Holland is short on Axiom, and now Tony D going up the ring, trying to get the elimination. Couldn't get it. Axiom does though. Rich Holland eliminated. So Axiom with an elimination. So does Trick Williams, and so does Tony D, and Trick could have got a second there with Nathan Frazier. What the freaking Uranagi there is. Oh, look at that. Axiom eliminated by Joe Gacy. Axiom gone by Gacy. Entrant number 2 sent pack in there. Let's look at Trick Williams, big slam on Apollo Crews. 4 eliminations. Joe Coffey eliminated. Akira Tozawa eliminated. Rich Holland eliminated. And now Axiom eliminated. Apollo Crews picking up Lexis King. Hanging out the dry face first there. Look at Tony D taking up Apollo Crews. It's Nathan Frazier taking a fight to Trick Williams. Tony D planting Apollo to try and get a second elimination. Apollo eliminated by Tony D'Angelo. Tony D impressive with 2 eliminations in this Rumble match tonight. And now here comes entrant number 11, I believe. Yes, entrant number 11. Who is this? Can't really see off the top of the screen there. And that's JD McDonough, former NXT Cruiserweight Champion. And Trick Williams is in the ring. Trick, the man that JD beat to win the title, is Tony D eliminated by Joe Gacy. Gacy and Tony D now, both with the most eliminations in this contest, tying with 2 apiece, as Lexis takes down Trick. And look at Joe Gacy, the springboard crossbody taking out Lexis King, and a backbreaker on Nathan Frazier. Entrant number 12 now, looking to make his way to the ring, is Trick and JD were going at it there. Those 2 men have faced off recently on WWE Dark. It was just last night where Trick Williams was able to defeat JD McDonough for the first time in this series, following JD defeating Trick twice to win the Cruiserweight title and retain it. Back at Battleground and after the fact as well. But let's not take away from the fact that entrant number 12, Grayson Waller, the Aussie icon, is in the Rumble matchup now, trying to get an opportunity at the NXT title at WrestleMania next weekend. As JD Tiger Driver laying out Trick Williams, entrant number 13 now. Unlucky number 13, could be lucky in the 20-man Rumble. It's a good spot to be in. And it's Dexter Lumis to join his creepy counterpart and Joe Gacy. And he's picking up Nathan Frazier, and Lumis eliminating Frazier. Good elimination for Dexter Lumis there. Nathan Frazier, entrant number 1, has been eliminated, which means Trick Williams, who entered number 7, Lexis King, who entered number 8, and Joe Gacy, who entered number 9, have lasted the longest in this contest thus far. Of course, McDonough at number 11, Waller at number 12, and Lumis at number 13, with entrant number 14 making his way to the ring. And look at this! It's R-Truth! Been a while since I've seen him. What's up, Truth? Matching R-Truth becomes number 1 contender for the NXT title. I don't even think he's an NXT superstar. He's had 1 match here in that series, and he just had an attitude adjustment on JD McDonough. A tribute to his favourite of all time, John Cena. It's going to some Waller going after Truth now. Imagine Truth going after Uno Carmelo. Here's a Robo Femi for the NXT title at WrestleMania next weekend. There's Lumis and Truth going at it here in this Rumble. Joe Gacy and Grayson Waller, massive form on the lower back there by Joe Gacy. Irish whip now by Gacy, gonna send Grayson in the corner. As JD, another poison runner. Gacy been dropped on his head so many times tonight from poison runners by the likes of JD, Nathan Frazier, Axiom, and entrant number 15 is now here. That's Karrion Kross, and that's a potential favourite to win the entire thing. Good number as well from Kross as JD. Beautiful tornado DDT at the corner of the springboard. On to R-Truth. Joe Gacy gonna spike with a DDT. Oh, sorry, that was Grayson Waller there. Spiking trip with a DDT. So thus far, Joe Gacy and Tony D'Angelo, who have been eliminated, Gacy's still in there, have the most eliminations in this contest with 2. Trick Williams has 1. Don't believe anyone else. Well, Dexter Lumis has an elimination, as does Axiom as well. As Joe Gacy, or sorry, Grayson Waller sent packing there. And not sent packing, but sent smacking down on the mat by J.D. McDonough. Karrion Kross ankle lock here on Joe Gacy. R-Truth in trouble in the corner. Texas King trying to eliminate him, able to hang on as Dexter Lumis trying to eliminate JD on the far side there. Look at this from Lexus, or sorry, from Karrion Kross. That was an armbar. Gacy able to escape, get out of it. And look at R-Truth jawbreaker. It's Alexis King. What action. Oh, look at Truth. Truth with a second attitude adjustment here. Got him with Dexter Lumis this time. Truth have been wiped out. As has Grayson Waller and Karrion Kross. Picking up R-Truth. And a massive suplex by Kross. So Trick Williams now going to pick up Dexter Lumis with the elimination of Lumis here. Off Cinnamon in the corner. Now a clothesline by the inaugural NXT Cruiserweight Champ. McDonough eliminated by Karrion Kross. Yeah, there goes JD. Karrion Kross with an elimination now. JD McDonough sent packing. And look at this rolling stunner by Grayson Waller on Lexus King. Bang up, beauty DDT by Dexter there. And look at this. Grayson Waller eliminates Lexus King. Good elimination by Grayson there. So Grayson also got an elimination. Lexus King set back and it's Dexter in the corner taking the fight to Grayson. 1 elimination for Trick Williams, 1 for Grayson, 1 for Kross, 1 for Lumis, 2 for Gacy, none thus far for Truth. Right now Trick Williams trying to eliminate Grayson. R-Truth inadvertently saving Grayson Waller there. Oh, but a clothesline by Gacy taking out Karrion Kross. Grayson Waller getting shut down by R-Truth. Joe Gacy picking up Truth. Look at this here. Oh, trampling on an alligator neck breaker. Look at Dexter. Gonna log him in a $1 million dream. The dream straight here since then. Submission holds. As entrant number 16 making his way to the ring, getting close to the end of this 20-man rumble. And here comes the former NXT North American Champion Cesaro as Dexter Lumis eliminated by Trick Williams. Second elimination for Trick, tying the record. And Grayson Waller able to hang on. So now Trick, Gacy and D'Angelo with the most eliminations of the match with 3 apiece. And that's context. That's Trick Williams. Oh, look at that massive kick there. The cyclone boot to Grayson Waller. Oh, it's a icon now. Eliminated by Trick, and Trick now with the most eliminations of the contest. Trick with 3 eliminations now. And then here comes Santos Escobar, number 17. Another former NXT Cruiserweight Champion in their battle with Cesaro as Karrion Kross picking up Trick Williams and planting him down. Gacy and Kross been down each other's throats tonight. And Karrion Kross trying to eliminate Joe Gacy. No, couldn't get it yet. Look at Santos. My days. Got Cesaro there. Joe Gacy to eliminate Kross. Nice elbow. Santos in the far corner trying to eliminate R-Truth. Karrion Kross, massive pump handle throw on Joe Gacy. Cesaro and Kross going at it. Santos and Truth remain going at it. Trick and Cesaro. Trick shot on Cesaro. Oh, and here comes entrant number 18 and another favourite to win the entire thing. The Maverick. Logan Paul is here. Oh, baby. Logan Paul in the ring at number 18 here. And I'm going right after Karrion Kross with a German suplex. Well, that's Truth getting dropped in his head there. It's Cesaro and Gacy going at it. Kross and Paul going at it. R-Truth and Trick going at it. And Trick with his 4th elimination. There goes R-Truth. Truth sent packing. Here comes entrant number 19. It's Karrion Kross with a final play on Logan Paul. And oh my god, here comes the Nigerian Giant Omos. It's been a while since we've seen Omos, and he could be a favourite to win the entire thing. Entering at number 19, and the size of the man may help him to become the number one contender for the NXT title. He could face Carmelo Hayes next weekend at WrestleMania. He could face Oba Femi next weekend at WrestleMania for the NXT Championship of the World. DDT by Gacy. Trick Williams in at number 7, Gacy in at number 9, all still in there right now. There's number 15, Karrion Kross, is the next most recent star, less recent star I should say, is Kross picking up Trick out the back door, big elbows there. Is look out, Santos eliminates Cesaro, that's huge! From the former Cruiserweight champ Cesaro, a potential favourite to win the thing, is Trick Williams again teetering. And still hanging on, but yes, former Cruiserweight champ Cesaro, favourite to win the entire thing, eliminated by Santos Escobar, the former Cruiserweight champ who could be a favourite now. Following that elimination, at number 20 now, the field is set, everybody's out, Pat McAfee's now here. So now we're down to these 7 superstars. Trick Williams, Joe Gacy, Karrion Kross, Santos Escobar, Logan Paul, Omos, and Pat McAfee. One of these men will be going to WrestleMania next weekend to challenge for the NXT Championship against the winner of tonight's main event between Carmelo Hayes and Oba Femi for the gold. We will find out later on, but look at this, Omos eliminating Santos. We're down to 6. It's not going to be Santos, and it's not going to be Gacy as well with Omos quickly scoring 2 eliminations. Back to back, we're now down to 5. Pat McAfee at number 20, ladies and gentlemen. He could be going to WrestleMania challenge for the NXT title. Almost a formidable opponent. As is Kross, as is Trick, as is Logan. Trick has survived the longest right now. Entered at number 7 out of the 20-man Rumble. Joe Gacy with a great performance. Got 2 eliminations. He's now been sent packing. DDT from Pat on a Logan Paul. And Omos wants a piece of Trick, but he won't fall down to Pat McAfee's clothesline attempt. Look at Omos. Picking up Pat. Logan to eliminate McAfee. Oh, man. Look at Logan in the corner trying to eliminate Trick Williams. Trick could be gone. Of course, his good friend Carmelo Hayes. He has challenged him for the gold a couple of times. He's still the champ. Can he be the end of the night? We've still up with new champ's crown. 3 title matches thus far. 3 new champions. Still got 2 title matches to come. NXT women's and men's titles going to be on the line as Trick able to hang on from Logan Paul's elimination attempt at the corner. McAfee, nice shot. Almost on a double-handed choke bomb on Trick Williams. My goodness. Now Karrion Kross and Omos going at it. Trick with the most eliminations thus far with 4. Omos with 2. Tying Joe Gacy and Tony D'Angelo as well. Look at Omos picking up Karrion. Oh baby. Choke slam connected. Look at Logan. Trying to eliminate Pat by just sent him in of Omos. Back and forth. Look at Omos. Oh my goodness. Big shot of the big elbow there from Omos on the Logan Paul. Picking up Logan, planting him down. Trick now picking up Pat McAfee as Karrion Kross clothesline and Omos finally knocked down off his feet and Pat's eliminated. We're down to 4. McAfee's eliminated. We've got a final 4. One of these 4 men will go to WrestleMania next weekend. The chance for the title, but it won't be Kross. We're down to 3. Trick Williams with 6 eliminations tonight. And we're now down to Omos, Trick Williams and Logan Paul. The winner challenges for the NXT title at WrestleMania next weekend. Omos picking up Logan Paul. Oh my baby. Logan in the back door somehow, somewhere with a chop block on the Nigerian Giant. And Omos has the best chance. Entry number 19 was Omos. Entry number 18 was Logan. Entry number 7, not 17, 7 was Trick Williams. Trick taking out Omos there. Going to pick up the Nigerian Giant to his feet. Nice kick. No caught. Omos clothesline. And now here comes Logan Paul. That ran in our clothesline from Omos as well. Omos could just dub both these men out and go on to WrestleMania to challenge for the NXT Championship. Here comes the Nigerian Giant. Oh, but there's Logan Paul. Big elbows to the midsection now of Omos. Logan Paul, Irish whip for a massive elimination on a massive opponent, but Omos hanging on. There's Trick Williams going after a long and clothesline on Logan. Trick clothesline of Omos. Down goes Omos. Down goes almost struck another clothesline. Can almost be eliminated. It's smart that Logan and Trick are working together here. As Logan gets the elimination for himself. Almost eliminated. We're down to 2. Trick and Logan. Mono y mono. Winners go to Mania. The challenge for the NXT title as Logan says Trick face first. Who's going to get the shot at the NXT Championship next weekend at WrestleMania against either Oba Femi, the challenger, or Carmelo Hayes, the champion, in tonight's main event? Logan Paul got Trick in the corner to go to Mania now. Trick able to hang on. Trick there. Trick knocking down Paul. Man, almost was a hell of a opponent to eliminate. Logan Paul taking the credit for himself for that elimination. And now the final 2 showdown. Logan Paul was in the final 2 of the Rumble last year at Stand and Deliver to determine the inaugural NXT North American Champion. The matchup was won by LA Knight, who is the number 1 contender for the world title, and he will challenge Bobby Roode in the main event of Night 1 next Saturday at WrestleMania for the world title. Logan Paul with one lucky punch onto Trick Williams and a top rope elbow drop on Trick. Logan Paul now to get an NXT Championship opportunity. Sends Trick out of the corner. Massive shots. Logan Paul getting too overconfident here for an NXT Championship opportunity. Here's Logan picking up Trick Williams. Can he muscle him up? Can he power him over the top rope here? Carmelo Hayes get it done, ladies and gentlemen? Can Logan Paul get it done, ladies and gentlemen? We'll find out if Melo Hayes can get it done later on against the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi. Right now it's Trick Williams with a bouquet, you're an argument, whatever the hell you want to call it. Now Trick Williams setting up Logan Paul here for the slam dog swinging neck breaker. Trick Williams to go to WrestleMania to get 7 eliminations after we enter number 7. He thought it. Trick Williams is going to WrestleMania. Trick Williams is the number 1 contender for the NXT Championship and will face the winner of tonight's main event between Oba Femi and his good friend Carmelo Hayes, a man he's faced in the past for the gold. An unsuccessful fashion. Will he win a Mania against either champ or challenger? That remains to be seen. But congratulations, Trick, regardless. What a hell of an effort from Trick. 7 eliminations after entering an entrant number 7. He's going to Mania next weekend, next Sunday, against either Oba Femi or Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title. Speaking of, there you go, there you see, it is locked in. Melo Hayes or Oba Femi, depending on the outcome of tonight's main event. WrestleMania, Sunday, Night 2, NXT title. But up next tonight at Stand and Deliver, it's NXT Women's title, which is on the line. It's Tiffany Stratton is challenging Lyra Valkyria one-on-one for the gold. Here live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Gonna be an awesome one right here, right now in the white and gold brand. And your penultimate match of the evening at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And it could very well be Tiffy time here tonight in Las Vegas. And it could be Tiffy time carrying over in the 2K26 as she could be the brand new NXT Women's Champion. It was on NXT title Tuesday too, where both Tiffany Stratton and Rhea Ripley following a double count out matchup in a number 1 contendership contest. Had a triple threat matchup with Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship, where Lyra retained, pinning the Eradicator and the former champion Rhea Ripley in the process. So therefore Tiffany and Rhea went at it again in the main event of NXT 2 weeks ago, where Tiffany secured her biggest win of her career, beating the Eradicator, finally defeating her one-on-one in the ring, center of the ring, snap dab clean as a whistle, granting her this one-on-one opportunity for the first time against Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship. And there was a slight teaser of this championship matchup a couple of weeks ago, last week rather, in the main event of NXT, as Lyra teamed up with the NXT champion on the men's side, Carmelo Hayes, in the mixed tag match to take on Oba Femi and Tiffany Stratton, the challengers for tonight's proceedings. It was Tiffany and Nova who got the win after Nova pinned the shoulders of the mat of the NXT champion Carmelo Hayes. Can Tiffany do the same that Nova done here tonight? If she does, she will become the new NXT Women's Champion. Lyra won the Golden Revolution, the All-Women's PLE, defeating Rhea Ripley. Beat Rhea in the rematch at Takeover Deadline as well. And beat Rhea and Tiffany in triple threat action at Title Tuesday too, as well as defeating the NXT Women's Deadline Gauntlet winner, Raquel Rodriguez as well. So 3 successful defenses for Lyra. This is her 4th tonight. Will it be a successful one? In your penultimate contest, live at Stand and Deliver, well, the NXT Women's title is on the line. Last opportunity for both these women to show out in this series. Who's gonna walk in at 2K26? The NXT Women's Champ. Is the crowd ready for this one? Is that right there is what they're fighting for? The beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Women's Championship of the World. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton. And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, the NXT Women's Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor. Lyra Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton one-on-one for the first time for the NXT Women's title tonight, as referee Adrian Butler assigned the duty for this contest, as Lyra has the title over to him. Perhaps for the last time here this evening. Lyra, Tiffy, NXT Women's Championship hanging in the balance here tonight, man. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how this is going to fare. Bell has been run from Adrian Butler. NXT Women's title on the line. Tiffany has had an opportunity in the NXT Women's title before against Rhea Ripley. She lost in that matchup. She also had a shot against Bianca Belair. She lost in that matchup. Can she finally get the win? Make it a hat trick. 3rd time's the charm. 3rd time's lucky perhaps. Against the current champ, Lyra Valkyria. Already kind of got the upper hand in that mixed tag match. Yes, it was over who pinned Melo Hayes, but Tiffy done her part as well to prevent Lyra Valkyria from making the save in that mixed tag team contest. But right now it's Lyra Valkyria with the heavy leather strikes on Tiffany Stratton and smacking to the face in this NXT Women's Championship contest. But right now Tiffany, massive kick to the midsection and a massive drop kick. Nicely done by the challenger, Tiffany Stratton. The crowd are pretty split here. Mostly are on the side of Lyra Valkyria, but some certainly want Tiffany Stratton to get the win here. They want Tiffy time to commence here on NXT on the final PLE of this series. Nice moonsault by Stratton from the standing style. Cover only enough for a 1. Not enough for the NXT Women's title just yet. Matchup just begun. Got to do more than that to keep the powerhouse champion away. Lyra Valkyria Masabrana. Nicely done, but there's Stratton running a bulldog. Tiffany Stratton wanting that first title. I mean, Lyra Valkyria was a hell of an upset when she defeated Rhea Ripley in the opening contest of Evolution Premium Live event. With the title on the line. Then beat her again at Deadline. Can she knock off Tiffany Stratton? Lyra Valkyria, no, massive forearm by Tiffany Stratton as Lyra Valkyria reaches in and Lyra nicely done. And Lyra, slingshot leg drop, didn't get all of it. Oh, landed hard there on her tailbone. That might not end well for Lyra Valkyria. But regardless, working over the leg of Tiffany Stratton and get right back on the offensive now. Lyra stomping away on Tiffany. Single leg Boston by Valkyria. Centered in tight, submission hold. Locked in here. Will Lyra retain the title? Will Tiffy tap out? Will she submit? Will she pass out due to the pain? If she does, Valkyria will remain the NXT Women's Champion tonight. We've already seen 3 championship changing hands this evening. Bronson Reed, your new North American champion, winning the ladder match in the opening contest at the top of the show tonight. Dragon Lee, your new cruiserweight champion, defeating Dirty Dominic Mysterio as well earlier on. Finally getting his win back. And then, of course, the Creed brothers, defeating the Hurt Business for the NXT Tag Team titles as well. It's Tiffany Stratton off the middle rope there. Double axe handle. I mean, it's already been a hell of a night. Dijak losing his job. He's been fired now following his loss to Keith Lee, his 3rd straight loss to the limit this one. Whereas that man, Keith Lee, will be called up to the main roster in the next series. Whether it be Raw, whether it be SmackDown, he will be a draft pick. On the 2K26 series as Lyra win a fly there. Referee getting in the way. But right now going to take fly. Not going to allow the ref to prevent Lyra Valkyria to take flight tonight. Don't call her the bird lady for nothing, because she's flying and taken out. Tiffany Stratton trying to make sure it isn't Tiffy time. Trying to make sure it's Lyra time all year round. Here in the NXT side of things. You've got to imagine whoever loses this matchup could get a call up to the main roster next series, much like Keith Lee. And a beautiful crossbody off the top. Valkyria to retain. Only 2 there. As we found out Trick Williams moments ago will have the opportunity. He earned a shot at the NXT title. He will face the winner of tonight's main event at WrestleMania next weekend. Whether it be a man he's faced before, Carmelo Hayes, and losing the effort, his good friend, or whether it be the ruler, Bafemi. Man, he certainly does not want to wrestle, I'll tell you that. But right now, Lyra Valkyria smack, no, blocked. Tiffany, massive forearm, knife edge chop by Stratton, picking up Lyra Valkyria and a side slam. Beautiful side slam by Stratton. Now Stratton, slingshot, springboard out of Swanton for the championship. Hooking the leg now, shoulders down the line of Valkyria, a kick out. Very close call tonight. With the title hanging in the balance. Live at Stand and Deliver, the final NXT PLE of this series. NXT equivalent of WrestleMania. As Lara massive smacks on Tiffany Stratton DDT and a cover. Valkyria to retain her NXT Women's title. Only a 1 that time. Kick out by Tiffany Stratton. And now stomping away now is Lyra Valkyria. And look at Lyra. Look at Lyra. Incredible strength and a massive gut-wrench powerbomb from the deadlift position. Cover 2 count kick out by Stratton again. What an encounter for the NXT Women's title. I'm chomping on the bit to see Carmelo Hayes and Bafemi 1-on-1 for the first time ever as well. With the NXT title on the line. That will be immediately following this contest tonight at NXT TakeOver Deadline. Look at that, stomps right on the hair of Lyra Valkyria. And Tiffany Stratton now going after the arms of Lyra. Title on the line, just soften up that champion. It's Lyra now, got her where she wants her. Sorry, Tiffany's got her where she wants her. And they got her here. And her head scissors, or leg scissors rather. Legs around the head, and now clothesline of the official after Adrian Butler, a referee. Making sure the ropes were there for Lyra Valkyria. Rope saving Lyra. But right now, Tiffany Stratton, baseball bat, and they're ringing over the head with it. Referee's down, nothing he can do about it. Baseball bat shot, but there's Lyra able to get up, and Valkyria with a Nightwing. Nightwing. No referee though. Cover, shoulders down, pinning predicament 1. Would have been 2. Would have been 3. Valkyria would have retained 4. And a kick out by Tiffany Stratton now. Smart strategy from Tiffany, knocking down the ref, picking up the baseball bat, saying, I don't need that. She's too good for that, as Lyra. The sliding drop kick in the corner certainly gains major respect from the sold-out crowd in Las Vegas. Didn't want her to get disqualified. Didn't want to even use it when the ref was down, as Lyra gonna fade up with Stratton on the tippy top rope. Oh my god, look at that! Throwing caution to the win as both women were there in a precarious position. Superplex off the top. Valkyria over the cover. Hook in the leg. Shoulders didn't retain. Her NXT Women's goal. And a kick out by Tiffany again. Oh man. What a night it stands and delivers. Still got an amazing main event assumably to get to. Between Bafemi and Carmelo Hayes. Two massive names of the NXT brand. Still to duke it out is Tiffany Stratton. Duking it out with Lyra Valkyria and Platinum with Sky High. Tiffany Stratton, NXT Women's Championship is on the line here. Is this a moment? Forearm, in the corner. Stratton, bottom rope, and a massive in there. That corkscrew cover. 2 count. No! Kick out by Lyra, staying in this. That massive corkscrew splash out of the corner by Stratton. Not enough. Will this be enough? Tiffany Stratton. Oh, Gordon Ramiro special. On Lyra Valkyria, I can't really see because of the camera angle. Referee Adrian Butler in the way. Oh, but again the ropes. Every time Tiffany tries a submission, the ropes are saving the champion Valkyria. Nice shot from Lyra. Clothesline. Lyra fighting back. Clothesline block. This time Tiffany knife edge. Another knife edge. This time block. Saw Tiffany. Uh-oh. Better watch out. It's Lyra Valkyria. Get a full head of steam. 2 big clotheslines. Wait for the leg, Lyra, but can't seem to get it. Tiffany Stratton. One step ahead of Lyra in this championship matchup tonight. Face first goes Valkyria. Shoulders down. Tiffany to retain. Scoring 2 and another near fall. Lyra still alive in what has been an exquisite NXT Women's Championship affair. The leg scissors this time center of the ring. Referee Adrian Butler can't say there's ropes this time. Stratton for the championship. Lyra able to get out of it. Lyra fighting her way free. Here comes Lyra. Clothesline. Can she finally get the flurry of offense? She's been looking for it. She can. Lyra Valkyria. What a thing of beauty that was. Off the leg lariat. Lyra now. Bridge into it. Beautifully done. Fisherman brain bust off the deadlift pin. 2 count kick out. Almost had her. Oh man. Back up to the top is Valkyria now. Lyra. Frog splash. No. Almost retained. Almost retaining the title, but it's Stratton picking up Valkyria to become a new champion. Rolling Fireman's carry driver. Stratton prettiest moonsault ever. That's how she beat Rhea Ripley. Cover. Do we have any NXT Women's Champion? 2 count. No, Lyra's gonna kick out. Oh, what a matchup tonight on NXT Stand and Deliver. For the NXT Women's Championship of the World. Who's going to get the Duke? Will it be Lyra? Will it be Tiffy? Top rope. Stratton and Lyra. We saw Lyra do similar earlier. Now it's Tiffany Stratton's turn off the top of Valkyria. Superplex by the challenger this time. And then rolling to the outside of the ring. Tiffany Stratton having that. And a center off the apron. On the floor by Tiffany Stratton. Championship on the line. And what will be the final women's matchup of the NXT Women's Division. And look at Tiffany using her knees to slingshot in. Header maneuver on Valkyria. Nice elbow by Lyra right in the midsection. Right in the gut. And then Lyra Valkyria fighting back now. Pop up. Hurricane Rana. Oh, and Tiffany. Top rope. Lyra for the NXT Women's title. Frog splash to retain Abby Devitt. Look at the legs. Shoulders down on Stratton. Scoring turn. A kick out. Oh man, these two put on a clinic. A wrestling clinic tonight. For the ages. Where the NXT Women's title is hanging in the balance. Stratton. Schoolgirl for the goal. Scoring two. This could be it though. Lyra again powering out. My goodness, what action. There's Tiffany Stratton now. Stratton. Oh, well done, Lyra. There's Lyra. Spinning heel kick. 2 count. No kick out. Oh, that spinning heel kick has put away so many opponents or softened up so many opponents, but not Tiffany Stratton. May soften her up, but won't beat her, at least not yet. But that may keep on the offense, Lyra. And this NXT Women's title matchup. Slingshot crossbody by Valkyria with a gold hanging on the line. Lyra, top rope. Tiffy Down and out. Frog splash. No, she already hit it. She went for the elbow. She couldn't get it. Moving out the way. I thought another frog splash was coming. But this time, another Nightwing Eyes. And she connects with it. Shoulders down to retain. Scoring 1. There's 2. And Lyra. Oh, my goodness. Lyra looking to break the curse. We've already got three new champions tonight. New tag champs, new cruiserweight champ, new North American champ. Lyra wants to retain tonight against Stratton in your penultimate matchup tonight. And now metal rope. Lyra Valkyria right there. Tiffany Stratton looking right at her, telling her to bring it. But there's Lyra with a drop kick off the metal rope. And then Lyra Valkyria now. Moonsault connected. Lyra Valkyria determined to get her 4th successful defense of the NXT Women's title. Moving on the way of the bottom rope. Cannibal sent on with Stratton. Nice shots by Tiffany. Picking her up. Stratton for the championship. The rolling driver. The fireman's carrying the prettiest moonsault ever. Second time, but making it 3. She done 2 in a row, beat Rhea Ripley there in this show. And she's had 2 in a row to potentially win the title. Cover, 2 count, Stride the champion. 4 out of 5 new champions crowned. And only 4 championship matches thus far. We've still got 1 title matchup. Will we see all new champs today to stand and deliver? It certainly could be. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new NXT Women's Champion. Lyra Valkyria has been dethroned, and it is now officially Tiffy time here at KO Productions.
NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Well, what a match and what a win for Tiffany Stratton, your brand new NXT Women's Champion. A huge night of title changes tonight. Will we see another one in your main event? We find out next. Huge matchup coming your way. Before we get to that, let's take a look at what's going down next weekend at WrestleMania. We start with WrestleMania Saturday with a Money in the Bank ladder match taking center stage, and the opening contest is Ludwig Kaiser, Chad Gable, Mustafa Ali, Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker will try and change their careers. Following that, a massive heavyweight collision between the Ring General Al Gunther and the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar following their run in this past week on Raw, and Lesnar being eliminated by the Ring General from the Royal Rumble match earlier on in the year. Then I see titles on the line and a no-holds-barred match. Daniel Bryan can't use the shenanigans he used at No Way Out in Perth. It's no DQs, no countouts, anything goes for the IC Championship. World Tag titles on the line, as the Viking Raiders, recently being called up to the main roster, will be challenging the 2-time World Tag Team Champs Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood of FTR. Huge grudge to be settled on the SmackDown side of things on WrestleMania Saturday, as the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes wants revenge from the attack from Finn Balor last week on SmackDown. He'll try and get it at WrestleMania next weekend. Now, another grudge to be settled from the Royal Rumble, where Aleister Black defeated The Undertaker for the world title after Undertaker answered the challenge for a surprise opponent. Well, it's the rematch, and it's at WrestleMania. The streak's on the line. Black Taker 2 going down next weekend. Women's title on the line in a fatal 4-way elimination match. Former champ Bianca Belair takes on Liv Morgan, takes on Women's Rumble winner Jade Cargill, and the current champion Charlotte Flair. And finally, in the main event of night 1, the inaugural United States Champion Bobby Roode takes on another former United States Champion LA Knight, this time for Roode's World Heavyweight Championship. Can the Elimination Chamber match winner LA Knight win the gold? We will find out at WrestleMania Saturday next weekend, but moving on to Sunday, Trick Williams will challenge either Carmelo Hayes or Obafemi for the NXT Championship, depending on who wins our next matchup here tonight at TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Following that NXT title matchup, the WWE Tag Titles on SmackDown are on the line, as the unstoppable, undisputed era who's going to try and retain their titles, defending against the Motor City Machine Guns, recently debuted on the scene on SmackDown. Then Samoa Joe is facing a different version of Bray Wyatt as the Samoan Submission Machine, the former World Champ, collides with the Fiend at WrestleMania Sunday. Following that, another grudge match on the Blue Brand. Former champion Drew McIntyre absolutely raging he's not getting a main event. He took his frustration out on John Cena. They're going to do battle at WrestleMania with Cena, wanting revenge on the Scottish Warrior. It's going down at WrestleMania Sunday. Also on WrestleMania Sunday, a rubber match between AJ Styles and Randy Orton. They've won one match apiece against one another. Who will win the final and third encounter this time? For the United States Championship, it's Orton and Styles for the red, white, blue and gold. CM Punk at a WrestleMania matchup as Kevin Owens earned his way into it a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. It's Owens, it's Punk. Owens pinned Punk this past week on SmackDown. Can he do it again at the grandest stage of them all next weekend? And it's your penultimate match of the night for the Women's World title. Two women know each other very well. Two Kabuki Warriors and the champion Kairi Sane, the Pirate Princess, defending against the Women's Elimination Chamber match winner, the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky. And then finally, in the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, the Men's Royal Rumble winner Roman Reigns challenges fellow Shield brethren Seth freaking Rollins for the WWE Championship of the World. All that going down at WrestleMania. But now, folks, it's time for your main event of the evening tonight. At Takeover Stand and Deliver 2, it's Carmelo Hayes trying to go to WrestleMania to get another matchup against Trick Williams at the grandest stage of them all. But he's got a massive task ahead of him, defending his gold against the ruler and the number one contender, and the man who pinned him in mixed tag team action last week on NXT, Femi. And here comes the challenger right here, right now, for this championship main event tonight. Femi won a fatal four-way matchup to win the opportunity a couple of weeks ago. Here tonight at Stand and Deliver, he defeated the likes of Bronson Reed, your new current North American champion. He defeated Solo Sikoa in the matchup, as well as Logan Paul the Maverick. Can he beat Melo Hayes just like he pinned him a couple of weeks ago, or last week rather, in mixed tag action? Can he do it again? If he does, he will become the NXT champion, meaning we'll have a clean sweep of all new champions changing hands tonight. All titles changing hands, all new champions being crowned this evening at Takeover Stand and Deliver. It will be a very historic night, to say the least. And he also will head into WrestleMania to defend it against the new number one contender for the NXT Championship after winning the 20-man Rumble earlier on, Trick Williams. I'd imagine Trick has close eyes in this matchup, not just because his good friend Melo Hayes is defending his championship, but because he will face the winner of this matchup next weekend, next Sunday, for the NXT Gold. But here comes the current champion, winning the golds, back on TakeOver Vengeance Day in June after cashing in his NXT Money in the Bank contract on the ring general Gunther, following Gunther's matchup and defending the championship against none other than Trick Williams. It's Carmelo Hayes, who has defeated the likes of Gunther, of Trick Williams, Gunther and Trick in triple threat action, Ilya Dragunov, Damian Priest and Keith Lee, all in retention of his NXT Championship, and currently has 6 successful defenses of that gold tonight. It's his 7th and could be his hardest defense to date. Melo Hayes has thus far endured a 158-day reign as NXT Champion. He's enjoyed his time as champion, but it could all come to an end by the hands of the ruler tonight. He hopes it doesn't. We find out. We can't count Melo out by a long shot. Gonna be a hell of a main event tonight at TakeOver Stand and Deliver 2 for the NXT title. That right there, it's covered. It's convenient. It is absolutely prestigious and beautiful. And it's on the line right here, right now. Let's head to the ring now for the official ring introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, Benny! And Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, the NXT Champion, Carmelo Hayes!
Thank you very much, Alicia Taylor, for your final duties of this evening. Coach, you need to announce the winner of the matchup, or your final ring introduction of the evening. As there's the NXT official himself, Mr. Rod Zapata, the man in the white and gold, taking the title for Melo Hayes. Could be the last time Melo Hayes hands his title to the official, because every other champion has changed hands tonight. Could be the same fate for Melo Hayes. He doesn't want it to be. He wants to have a longer reign than 158 days. It's a good time to be champion. 6 defenses in that time as well for Melo. But let's see if it comes to an end or it keeps going. If he can carry it on to WrestleMania to defend it against Trick Williams next weekend. Melo, over, underway. It's Rod Zapata rings the bell on your main event on Takeover Stand and Deliver. I mean, this is not Melo's first main event of NXT Takeover. He technically main evented at Vengeance Day when he dethroned Gunther for the gold after cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on the Ring General. We'll see him at WrestleMania next weekend as well, next Saturday against the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. But he also defended it against Ilya Dragunov at TakeOver Deadline back before the Royal Rumble a couple of months back. Look at Melo Hayes, and he's on fire already. The matchup just beginning here. Is Melo going to send over the outside? You see him chanting in the crowd. Melo Hayes getting a lot of love from the audience tonight as a slingshot crossbody connecting. Now, this past week on NXT ended the final NXT of the series on a high note for him, defeating the NXT North American champion, at least at the time, not anymore. 8-time down himself, Austin Theory. Of course, he lost the title at the top of the show in the ladder match that started us off tonight. The Big Bronson Reed becoming the new North American champion. But there's Carmelo Hayes. He's sent back in the ring by Oba. Femi's climbing the top rope. Big man flying in with an elbow drop. Right in the heart of Carmelo Hayes. And on a cover, will that do it already? Femi for the goal. 2 count and a kick out by Hayes. His 158-day reign may be going up in smoke, courtesy of the ruler of Femi tonight. Look at the strength here. Gorilla press by Femi on Hayes in your main event tonight. Oh, God, there he goes, head and heart. Oh, hard shot over Femi. Massive splash connecting, finding its mark there. Now, the ribs are Melo Hayes hurting back and forth. Melo fighting back. Now, Melo, a DDT! Drops him on his head. The floor over style by Hayes. Nicely executed by Melo Hayes, the NXT champion. Oh, but Femi there, right in the corner. Now, over Femi. Look at this from Melo Hayes. That was incredible. Springboard on the clothesline. Cover Melo to retain only a 1 over Femi. The powerful kick out by the powerhouse. Expect nothing less from Femi. Springboard moonsault from Hayes. Not happening though. Femi moves out the way, runs right through him. Massive splash, no! Melo this time again moving out the way. Who's going to get the upper hand? Looks to be Melo in the corner, the crossbody of the springboard. The champ looking pretty good tonight against Oba Femi. In the corner now. It's shot by Carmelo Hayes. Now what's he looking for here on Oba Femi? Oh, wait a minute, look at Melo here. Oh my, fade away! Massive leg drop when he's against the ropes. Unorthodox offense from the champion. Anything you can do to put away Oba Femi. Anything it takes to put away this monster. Then absolutely go for it. Go for it, Melo. Give it a shot. Middle rope. Frog splash. No. Oh, God. Couldn't get it. And that might cost him. Oba Femi to put him away with a massive powerbomb. Title on the line. Shoulder down on Hayes. Scoring 2. Melo's able to stay in it. Melo not gonna give in yet. Melo does not want to give in. Never ever wants to give in. But it might happen. Let's look at this. Back and forth. Look at Melo. Nice shots to midsection of mad giant over Femi, the ruler. Now from Lagos, Nigeria, as he runs right through Carmelo Hayes. Big shoulder tackle, Hayes on the corner, feeling the effects of that one. And what is Carmelo Hayes' toughest defense to date, you gotta imagine. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Femi back suplex off the metal rope on Hayes. Oh, battle the cover again. Shoulders down, title on the line, scoring turn, another kick out. How is he kicking out of all this? The onslaught from Hayes is insane tonight. Massive drop kick from Carmelo now. Taylor in the corner. Oh no! Oh God! Didn't want that, Carmelo. Oh, look at that! After the leg now is over Femi. And now Femi gonna take advantage, picks him up and tosses him around. Through him into the center of the ring. And the cover over Femi for the NXT Championship of the World. Melo smartly grabbing the bottom rope. Great ring awareness and great veteran instinct by the NXT Champion. Didn't have enough energy to kick out, but knew his whereabouts and quickly just reached out to the bottom rope to break the count. Oh, massive uppercut though from Femi, who's still in control. This has been dominant. That has just been dominance personified by the ruler over Femi, who just runs right through him in the corner, big elbow, and throws him right back. And in the center of the ring. Oh no, and the challenger is stomping right in the head. It's only a matter of time until over Femi becomes the NXT champion. Wait a minute, Melo with the Mystica. Out of nowhere, the Mystica face first he goes, only one. Only a one count there over Femi will stay alive. And a beautiful springboard. And a moonsault. Melo, cover, leg is hook, shoulders down, kicked out by over Femi. It was exactly, ladies and gentlemen, exactly 1 year ago today where over Femi challenged Cesaro for the NXT North American Championship at NXT Takeover Great American Bash. That's right, Great American Bash was 1 year ago today, folks. And over Femi was unable to secure the North American Championship on that night. Fast forward to a year later, will he be able to secure the NXT title? Well, the referee was knocked down with Melo Hayes the unique arm drag off the top. And that might open the door for Melo. You gotta do against over Femi. And Melo Hayes, unorthodoxly, not like him, uncharacteristically, getting a weapon and using it to his advantage. The referee's down. I mean, Austin Theory done this against him this past week on NXT. But now he's gonna do it. Because the referee's down, and the Melo Hayes, the suplex cutter combination. Overlaid out, ref still down, covered by Melo, and the tree trunk leg of Femi. Scoring two would have been. There would have been three on the ropes. Oh man, Rose Apata getting up and calling rope break for Roba Femi. Well, you may imagine Melo could have the match won there as a springboard clothesline connecting by the NXT champion now. Oh, went for a ground and pound, but that was not smart to do. When you're in there with Oba Femi. Mano Ruben's Oba. Oh, God, a shoulder tackle. Oba Femi for the goal now. Picking up Carmelo Hayes. Fall from grace. Powerbomb. Cover. Oba for the title. The face track next week. I can't get you're going to imagine Trick's loving this, but also he's going to be scared for his friend's health. Carmelo Hayes may be in a bad way. Throw over Femi right now, but he's able to get a flurry of offense. Clothesline after clothesline. Catching the boot. Sweeping the other one. Femi down and out now. Melo Hayes on fire here. At least for now. First 48. Double A's in the face. Cover. Hayes to retain his NXT title in your main event. And over Femi's going to pull her out again. Melo don't know what the hell to do. Absolutely furious. He can't put him away here. As Melo looking to fly. Tope. Cody Long got him. Oh, by getting taken out by Carmelo Hayes. And I'm going to send him out of the steel step. Smart by Hayes. You got to get him on the inside of the ring. Gotta win the matchup by pinfall or submission to walk out tonight NXT champion, especially over as the champion's advantages on the line. If Melo gets counted out or disqualified, he will still be the champion. Springboards in with a frog splash at the lower back of Obafemi, in for the cover over that tree trunk leg again to retain. And somehow Oba kicking out again. That was a very powerful kick out. Very enthusiastic there by the ruler. He is picked up by Hayes. Oh no. That created separation. That opened the door for Obafemi. And there's a massive clothesline. You don't want to get hit by one of those. Oba, back body drop on Melo Hayes. And here comes Femi. Spine buster connecting. Oba picking up Hayes. And launching him around the ring with a pounce. Obafemi, NXT title on the line, hook on the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 and only 2. Melo again staying at it, ladies and gentlemen. But what a hell of a fight this has been. Live this evening in NXT for the championship. Melo is winning, oh, missed again. Who's going to face Trick Williams next weekend on WrestleMania Sunday? For the NXT Championship. Melo Hayes, as it stands, well, as it did stand, and as it would have stood if everyone else retained, the longest reigning champion currently on NXT out of all the champions. But they all changed hands, so obviously yes, now Melo with nothing but on the outside. Oh my god! Nothing but net to the floor on Femi. Well, he could get the match won by counter, and if he does, he will retain the NXT title. Whereas Femi wins by counter, Melo will still be champ to the champions advantage. Count of 5 here from referee Roger Paras. Melo tells him to count faster. He wants to go to WrestleMania. He wants to face his best friend again. A man he's already beat twice. Once in triple threat action. Once in a one-on-one match for the gold at WrestleMania next weekend. But wait a minute, Femi comes back and a fall from grace. Last right style power bomb. Cover, shoulders down for the title. They go to Mania. Melo kicks out. What a match. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but I can't believe it. Melo fading back. Nice kick. Hey, shoulders down. Schoolboy rope saving Femi. Stomp away there, connecting. Oba comes in, shoulders down, jackknife pinner of his own. Oba for the championship, the pin. He's just like it in the mixed tag match last week, but it's not over. But Melo, inside cradle of his own. Small package, scoring 2. Taking his one back on. My days. What a matchup. For the NXT title, Melo's gonna get all of it, but got enough. At least they actually knocked down Obafemi this time. Instead of missing. He says Melo don't miss. He did miss a couple of times. Literally in this matchup. He doesn't want to miss on winning the matchup and going to Mania to face his good friend once again for the NXT title next weekend. And now back and forth action. This is what this crowd paid to see in Las Vegas, Nevada. It stands and deliver too. With the NXT title on the line in your main event. Back and forth they go. Blow for blow. Trading shots. Trading blow and heavy level offense. In the middle of the ring. With a gold on the line. For an opportunity to go to WrestleMania next weekend. When you look at Melo's journey in the last year and a half or so. It was last year at Stand on the Level where he faced Keith Lee in the semi-finals of the NXT inaugural championship tournament. He lost to Lee. Fast forward over a year and a half later, and Carmelo Hayes as the NXT champion defending against the man similarly stature. Obafemi, first 48, Melo retains, scoring 2, kick out again by Oba, out of the second first 48 by the champion Hayes. Unreal, man, but Hayes, Melo rope, there's the frog splash. Melo got them all, got all of that with a frog splash, heading up to the top rope, wanted to get even more of it, and wow! That's gotta do it. He's to retain. He's hitting everything. But the kitchen sink on Femi. But he might need to use a literal kitchen sink because nothing else seems to be working against the ruler. Obafemi. But maybe change up your technique, Melo. Change up your ring style, your moveset. A submission from Ace. When have you ever seen this? Rings a Saturn since then. Femi tap out or pass out due to the pain. Referee wants the power right there to see if he will, and if he does, then Melo Hayes will retain the NXT title, and not only that, he will go on to face Trick Williams, the #1 contender for Melo's championship at WrestleMania next weekend, but Oba's gonna fade out. Of course he is. Fading out of the rings of Saturn. Melo, he's on fire. Oh no! Melo, too confident. Getting launched. Oba fighting for the championship. Fall from grace. Pop powerbomb. Cover. They go to Mania for the gold. No! He's kicks out again. There's a 158-day reign continuing, at least for now. Femi, metal roll. Oh, massive splash. What a main event, ladies and gentlemen. That's what NXT is all about. Guys are going to miss NXT. It will be around 2K26 series. You don't want to miss Mania next weekend as well, ladies and gentlemen. This Truck Williams going to be loving this contest. Over right there, massive shot to the back of the head of Melo. Melo, fading right back. Melo, shoulders down. Oh, ropes again, saving him and rolling to the outside of the ring. Look at Melo. Oh yeah, the slingshot splashed on the floor by Carmelo Hayes. And now Melo. Oh my god. On the outside of the ring. Suplex. Cutter domination and over Femi. Doing everything it takes. Throwing caution to the win. Doing anything he possibly can to put down Oba. Sends him back in there with a suplex. Connor would have took the count out win personally. But Melo's got one more trigger. But slaving it's nothing but net. And that's gotta do it. Cover. Hooking the leg shoulders down. Scoring to it. Melo has slayed the ruler. And retains the NXT Championship. And once again he goes on to face his good buddy Trick Williams in retention of his NXT Championship to make his 8th defense of the gold, and it's going down next weekend on WrestleMania Sunday for the NXT Championship as his 158-day reign's gonna continue. Well, what a matchup and what a show it's been, folks. Thank you very much for joining us on the final NXT PLA of this series, and join us next week for WrestleMania. You don't want to miss it, and we'll see you then. Until then, take it easy, take care, and we'll see you soon. Peace!